Put your hands up. Come on now. Put your hands up. If you wanna be free. Put your hands up. All right. Put your hands up. Get up and be swag. 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 Yeah. Put your hands up. All right. Put your hands up. Come on now. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. You got it. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Oh! Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Come on now. Got it going on, we got it. 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 Got it. Got it going on, we got it. Got it going on, we got it. Got it. Got it going on, we got it. Got it going on, we got it. Got it. Got it going on, we 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 got it. got it going on. We 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 got it going on.
Get that funk up in the air now. That was a fun song. I really enjoyed that. That's a good vibe right there. How's everybody doing? It's Tuesday. I don't know what day it is, but it's somewhere around October, and I don't really care. It's fall, and that's okay. Roxanne's in the house already. How you doing? Get your hands up. Let's party. Party in the hand. Party in the air. I've got Zan the man. He may have already left to go eat, which is fine. I got to figure out. I don't know exactly what time he eats, but he eats somewhere at night, late. He's a Pacific Coast kind of person. Yes, it is always good to see people come in early to cheer. John and I do love that. And I'm going to bring John on here in a second. We're going to talk about the weekend, what's up, talk about some tech, talk about some life, some good stuff. Nothing in particular. We're going to kind of meander a little bit tonight. So I'm going to get to these guys. Don't pay attention. If you see this guy, mods, just blow him out. All right, we don't really care what he's doing. So I'm going to bring John in here, and let's get a feel for what's going on in his life. And I know he's got some goals, some aspirations he's working on. How you doing, John? How's it going in your life? Oh my God, I can't hear you. What?
Get your hands up and shake it.
Did you do
Shake it?
Getting that funk
Get
up?
your hands up.
Yeah.
I like that song. That was good.
I love that song. I spent way too much time today going over some library tunes. Not in the library, but actually going through.
That had some groove. It had some groove into it.
This girl's got some funk, and she's got some other tunes I'm going to pull out. That's my kind of vibe right there. I was really enjoying that.
How's
Roxanne,
everybody doing out there?
they're doing good. Let's see what's happening on them, and then we'll talk. Oh, you just be quiet in the background there. I don't even know why you could have left yourself muted. We'd be okay. You know what? We love it that you're waiting around. And Marlene, good to see you doing your cool thing with your K. My camera's a little high tonight. I apologize. I'm working on a video. Uh-oh.
Not just your camera.
Nah. Sometimes, things happen. Over the top. Now, do you happen to know this lovely lady's name? Because offhand,
Yeah, it's Colette.
Colette.
Yes.
Colette, welcome. Thank you for showing up and saying hi to us, getting our hands in the air. I appreciate that. We ran into some other streams, and it's always good to run into you. And it's great to see you and meet you, Colette. I love that. It's a beautiful name. Cashew. Good evening,
in the
everyone.
house.
Her hand's always in the air. This guy right here, we're just going to punk him out.
Yo, what's good?
Never too early, though. You're okay. Christmas clatter. So
He's still got 2 trees, bro. He's still got 2 trees.
he does. So I said last week, when does he keep adding
October,
trees?
bro.
Okay.
That's like in 2 days.
Yeah, but the math doesn't work. You should be subtracting trees
Yeah.
as you go.
Never worked for me either.
The math, yeah. It's a tough deal, man. Yeah, the math is a problem for us, but you guys are going to make it happen. We'll work it out. Don't worry about it. Tracy Parks, got her hands in the air like I just don't care. She probably
Remember
has
that song?
Yeah.
Put your hands up in the air and wave them like you just don't care. Shake your dairy air.
Here we go.
Sorry.
That's good. You kind of just killed the momentum there, didn't you? You just kind of.
I'm very bright tonight.
Did you? You are, Noel. Your background's bright, if that's what you mean.
Oh,
You're pulling out the big gun.
shots fired a little early today.
Yeah, a little early. The little llama mug is. I showed you my llama mug. I'm going to show it again just to annoy you.
Did you see Psy, what she had?
I did. She was posting it up. She was causing some. She was causing some.
A little
rabble
ruckus.
rousing. Some
Yes.
real ruckus in the old deal there. So, yeah. So, how about your swag? How do you feel about your swag?
My swag on a 1 through 10 level is like probably -2. No, I'm actually that's just probably now.
That's not.
but-
Okay, John. I want to help you out right here. I'm just gonna step aside. There is no -2 between 1 and 10.
right. That's true.
So let's just clarify that for the kids that might be in here tonight.
Yo, listen, this goes back, and I will always say this for the rest of my life. You're looking at the 8th grade dance, champion.
Are we?
On the male side, all right? 8th grade, bro.
So on the female side, you got your butt kicked. There's some little girl out there just going to town, showing you up. But you
It
on
was
the male
me,
side.
me and Alyssa Lamp. Alyssa Lamp was the girls' side best dancer.
That's a lot of you to be moving around in a funk.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
even at that age, you had to be a little bit of a big funker.
Yeah, I was big. I was like 170 pounds in 8th grade.
Oh
man.
my God, dude, I'm barely over that now. So yes, I feel like this is a good song for the rest of the year. I'm going to play this quite a bit, I think, on the way out of 2021. It's just
She
kinda
wants
nice.
it in the 2021 version, though.
Well,
It was probably made in 2021.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it's a 2021 version. It does sound retro, though. It sounds right out of Motown, like, circa 62. It has that.
Yeah,
that
I
vibe.
kind of felt it was newer, but it just has
It is.
a more of a jazzy funk to the back.
Yeah, it's got a little fusion to it, but I like it. I like that jazzy funk.
so do I,
It's
so
got
do
a
I.
little James Brown in it. It's kind of, I don't know.
Word
it's
them
really
up,
cool.
Jaw.
I'm just saying. Yeah, we're getting a big
Hi,
highs,
Roxanne.
some big highs. This guy.
Whatever. Tommy.
I'm waiting for him because he dumped all over my country song last week, which it wasn't country, by the way. We have to stop with that. It wasn't country. It's actually considered blues rock. But Tommy's probably very funky out on the east.
Tommy's streaming tonight, I think, later.
Is he?
Yeah, that's what he said.
I was just thinking. I didn't see the remind. I'm not. There's no notification. I don't even know why. You know what? YouTube, just stop. Okay, it's not even.
It's all lies.
It's all lies and shams and shell games. There's no
I've
point.
been hog-swandled. There's no notifications going on.
Ooh, I don't know. Hodswoggled. That's tough words right there.
Yeah, I'd show
I
you,
mean,
but
at this
I'd have to
point,
kill
do we need to even go down this path anymore? She loves my shirt. So I made this shirt this weekend. Threw some bleach on it, colored it up. I did like 3 or 4 of them. Some flannels.
I wonder if she loves it now that she sees the bottom.
She does. Stop. Stop. Don't you dare. Bobby, don't you dare do that to me. Don't you take that. Oh, God, no. I'm trying to quote a movie I don't watch. I'm pounding through some of these. It's 2 years year round. I don't get it. Why is it only 2? I don't understand the numbers.
I don't think he's listening to us. The closer you get to Christmas, you got to change it, Todd.
Yeah. Either you gotta add a Christmas tree every month to get to 12, or better yet, you got to take one
back
off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one or
back
the
off.
other.
Todd. We're going to tell you how to do your business.
Who better?
Who better than two idiots who can't get anything together to help you, not help you? We're here
We
for
can
you.
do it. Sammy's in the house. Sammy.
Wow, the chat's a busy place. Well, turns out you guys are pretty chatty, I've noticed. When I look over the chats after, and John too, we're like, man, these people are, and we love it. But it's
yeah.
good. It's good to know that you guys can like type faster than we can, because this is how John does his typing. I've noticed.
Almost. Pretty
No,
close.
it's pretty close. You once in a while you throw a thumb in there.
I might,
for the
yeah.
space bar.
Right.
It's pretty funny. It's a little bit like a chimp writing.
No
War and Peace.
offense, but that's the reason why, like, I know, like, I've gotten emails from a couple of you before, and it was lengthy emails, and I'm like, dude, I am like that might have taken you like 5 minutes, but I'm not sending that message back.
You're like this. You're like I'm getting ready. You
Yeah,
do this,
I'm
right?
like,
and then you're like, click, 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 click.
I'm
Click,
like,
click, click,
okay,
click, click,
I need to look for what's that dragon thing that I downloaded like 2
Dragon
years ago and
speech
never
recognition.
used it.
Yeah. By the
Yes.
way, I just word up chat. I was trying to get efficient, so I decided to use Windows chat recognition to do a script. Don't bother.
No good, right?
There's a lot of buggy stuff. It worked when it works. It works. The problem is it keeps trying to reinitializing and doing all the. Yeah, exactly. It's just goofy. I don't care for it. I like the idea of it. It does work, but at the end of the day, I gave up on it.
You gotta work.
God dancer. I think she means God
You
dancer.
gotta work.
Or is that God Sancer? Is this a show where we don't listen to each other? We just do our own thing.
Sorry, put me in a
No,
corner.
no. I wasn't even listening to you. You were kind
I'm
of
sorry.
doing. You were doing a bit, and I decided to just talk right over.
You could
I don't
put
know.
baby in the corner.
You're a big baby. Put you in a big corner. What does wow mean? Not sure.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, look, it's Dan C.
This guy. Do we have a special song for him? Wait, I got something for him. You're an idiot. Wait, hang on. This
Or
this
if
is,
you want this version,
There we go. Look what I
can't
did.
see that version.
Look what I did.
Oh, you got it, bro. Good.
You
Yeah,
sent me
yeah. Sweet.
So John sent me confetti, and I've got every confetti known to man. So we're just.
Yeah, because I finally found it.
I never played with it today. You gave me, and then you send it to me, and this goes on forever. And it does. And I couldn't stop playing with the confetti. It does the same stupid thing every time you hit it, but for some reason I
It's
couldn't
fun.
stop watching.
Confetti's always fun.
It's ridiculous, though. It was like I was trying to catch it. I think that was the problem. Yeah, your mom. You know what, John? Your mom thinks you're a good dancer. Probably she thinks you're a good dresser.
My mom
too.
thinks I'm good at like skydiving, and I never been skydiving before.
Marlene, your son.
But that's what parents
He's the
do,
best.
you know.
He's the
They
best.
support, bro.
So Sammy got something new. So maybe that's why he said, "Wow, I have no idea what's going on there." Enlighten us, my friend. Saw your stream with Greg.
Sammy, yeah.
Last night, really good. It's always good to see him. That guy really knows his stuff. Love the curtains. That's good. There's going to be a lot to clean. But Kombucha, how you doing? So you and I had a little battle. We won't get into it. We had a little battle last time on Kombucha. And you one up me because you're just that way and you just drive me nuts. I got a pro tip from
didn't
Tommy. I'm afraid
a giver.
You you're not a taker. You have to sub and hit the bell for all. Do you understand? Did this go over
Yeah,
my
but
head?
I don't know if that's because your things aren't going off. So I think he's saying you got to, or maybe that's what you just got to tell people. Pro tip. You have to sub and hit the bell for all.
For all? What is all? I don't get the for all. I feel like I've just regressed mentally tonight. Like,
I don't know.
Okay, he's not wrong. So sub and hit the bell for all. I said it. I just
That's
don't
what
know.
you need to do.
Okay, Tommy, I look up to you. You know this. I don't care for your music choices. Actually, I do. Actually, I can't say that. He really killed me last week with the music stuff. He really went at me. But then the more I thought about it, I'm like, he's got the wrong. He's wrong because it wasn't country. Okay, It's
Not
blues
really.
rock. It was blues
It was
rock.
like poppy.
It's hard though because blues rock today.
P
It's our
C.
stream bud, Brian Paul. Good to see you. He's been busy. He's been a busy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, all chatty. Yeah.
Sorry. I
Does
didn't
he
mean
mean
to be.
us?
I don't know. Listen, I've been busy all day looking at hyper parabolic soft boxes, bro.
Okay. All right. So, how long did we spend the other night back and forth. And my wife she wrote me a message. I said, I'll be up in 5 minutes. Then we started looking for those lights together. An hour and a half later, she's like, yeah, you didn't quite she didn't care. She just laughed. She knows what's going to happen. I'm like, and then we didn't even decide on lights. Lights are such a deep dive, depending, unless you know exactly kind of what you really need, but you're really searching out for something. You know what you want.
Yeah. That's
You're
a
right.
deep dive into your pockets is what it is. Because
That's the
even if
problem.
you go
That's the
cheap,
problem.
if you go cheap on a good light and a good set of soft boxes for your desktops, you're looking at $400+ and that's why we always say the Dasney's T50s for $175 is good enough until the day comes.
Because I don't have my sound
Wah,
effects.
wah,
Wah.
It's all done, bro.
Is your dryer done? What
my
the hell is
dryer.
the hell is
Honey,
that?
I'll take care of that.
Nah, I'm gonna fluff and fold, baby, because you never see me anymore, and quite honestly, you don't even. Yeah,
was
no,
my-
you didn't gain any weight.
That was my time out right there.
You're perfect. You're still.
You're
fit in
done
the
for
jeans.
streaming tonight. Get upstairs. Go to bed.
I need that crap iron too. Don't pull this fold and just pretend like you iron stuff either. Like, you need to iron too. Oh, I hate
Jeff.
ironing.
Photo shoot, Jeff. Photo shoot.
Here we go.
All right. Again, one more time.
Here we go.
All right, good, good.
All right. You know, it's not easy to time the guys who are shooting those pictures.
No.
Do those go right up on Instagram, or do we get to?
Oh, those go
review?
right up. Yeah, they go right up.
Oh God, I like to review stuff first because a lot of times, my eyes are closed. Thank
There's
you,
no
Llama
time for
Talking Tech.
review.
You're the best. Look at that.
Llama Talking Tech. I gotta collab with that guy. I gotta really do some collabing
that
with him.
is that's gonna make me cry laughing. That is really. That is so. Yeah, he's yeah. I think he was talking about the thing on the front. I'm behind.
Yeah.
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to get caught up. You guys are just.
I'd like to think it
shitty
was
little
me,
mofos.
but it was probably because of his sticker. Yeah.
You are lit up tonight, by the way. I even
in a
increased
good
my
mood.
ISO. I don't like it when you're in a good mood. It's just hard. I can't with you.
Oh, I'm lit up, or am I like lit up? Is that what does it say? Is that what
What?
someone said?
Yeah. You're
John's
getting,
on. No. It says, "Oh wow, John is lit tonight." Oh, I guess. Yeah, I guess. I thought they meant maybe my personality.
I'm gonna get caught up so I can actually talk in real time with these people. I like VMix better because this is getting me so far behind. I love the Hey Llama and Tech, Llama and Tech guy. That
Yeah.
girl. I'm not sure who that is. Doesn't matter. So JA, have you watched Morning Coffee John? I have watched Morning Coffee John. I watched that in replay because 5 a.m. came for me. And I wanted to get up and support my brother in arms. And I thought, no, can't. And here's the truth. I ended up working till like 3 in the morning. And so I had 2 hours. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. I just can't.
Yeah, it was a rough one for me,
Yeah, we talked about later
but I had a
today.
great time. I had a great time.
You did, but we were supposed to do a noon stream. And it just kind of died
Yeah.
after that. So,
You know where I was?
you were family stuff.
I was with the fam. Yeah.
Yeah. He gets something new every day. I know, man. I know that. I don't know what to say. Okay, merch day. Okay, my new merch day came back. Very cool. Oh, I see Huffalumps. Heffalumps.
Whatever that is, I
don't know. Is that
probably
like,
have them somewhere.
ooh, should we get that checked out? Is that
Yeah.
like,
If you got cankles, you might have heffalumps.
dude, I don't want Heffalumps.
It's
Is that like the
possibility.
new thing that's going around?
I don't know. I have to check on that.
Maybe. Oh, sure. No.
Sorry.
That's funny. Is that like something from maybe Dr. Doolittle or something? I don't know what that is. John, did you get your lantern up? Oh, boy.
No. I have the lantern. I'm looking at the light though, Brian. So I'm definitely think I'm going to go with the newer. I think it's the MB. I think it is light 60. It's like their professional version. It is a direct copycat of the oh God, what's the ones that start with a G? The Godox, right?
Yeah, the Godox.
Yeah, it's like
Godox.
it's an exact replica of the Godox, except it's $20 cheaper right now.
Oh,
So.
my God, 20. Okay. Oh, I see. So Tommy's talking about the 3 notification. Here, I don't care, man. I
Yes.
could swing at all your bells, and that's fine. But I'm still not getting people's notifications.
Swing your bells, swing your bells, my bells, my.
This is what happens when you start singing. You get
Now I'm
spotlighted.
nervous when you put me up in front of everybody. I don't know why it got to be. Now I'm saying I think my back is too bright. See, I can see it in the picture.
Oh, are you good? Is this going to be all night with you?
Might need to adjust that.
Oh my God, Jesus. You're exhausting. I mean, Tracy's not nowhere near as exhausting as you. I think she sits here and she's calm. She's got articulate things to say, and she can do
in
math.
the house. Why?
That's the thing. Yeah, first of all, Aretha Franklin. Oh my God, come on, man, she's the best. It had a little reefer. Yeah, definitely some Motown in it. Love that. It was good stuff.
Did you say reefer?
Did not say reefer. Cash. Yeah, when you hit the bell, it has sub, select all. Yeah, I always hit select all for everybody. But John, are you getting all the notifications when you hit select all?
I don't know. I don't have time for that stuff. I'm trying to do life.
Yeah, I know about your life. We're going to talk about your life in a minute.
Here's the thing.
God.
To be really honest with you guys, I don't like go and hit the bell for everything because I'm one of those people that absolutely hates when my phone gets notifications all day. I can't stand that.
You get the notification app. There's a great app on Android that you can pop down and you can tell which notifications.
I just put a mental note. And first of all, whenever I have time, I'm constantly checking who's streaming anyway.
Yeah, you are. That's true. Yeah, that's true.
So,
yeah, you are lit.
yeah, I turned it down just a little bit, so I think that's going to help out.
Yeah. This is not. It was already over, Tracy, but this isn't helping. I would say here, if your marriage is not already on stable ground, this is not a Marriage Be Better program. Okay.
What, YouTube?
Yeah. YouTube is not a Marriage Be Better program. I'm just going to tell you right now, it's got its challenges. I mean, real life is challenging, but the photo shoot. Yeah. So we get paid by the guys who made Instagram to do this every so often. We'll do this because Instagram's not getting enough selfies. I think you heard that, right? Yeah. No one's using the platform anymore. They're not getting enough selfies or photos or anything. So John and I are just
They're supposed to be diving into video mostly now. That's what they said.
I'm just kidding. Oh. You had this look like
no, I'm serious. They're supposed to be like really running towards video at this point. That's what they want.
And that's why all like Jet and all those guys are freaking out. McKinnon started doing a lot more video, I believe, on Instagram because he's like, well, forget being a professional photographer there anymore. He's not wrong. The stream is silly tonight. See what you did, John?
Just silly.
We should have silly string here.
Guys
and then when somebody says the stream is silly,
we're always silly. You got to have fun, right? When you start out, you got to say hi to everybody. You got to know what's going on.
Yeah. So this has been a rough weekend. As John knows, my streaming computer went in the toilet over the weekend and I had to do a full rebuild. And that's hard enough when you just have to put an OS on and put a couple drivers. Then you add in the whole YouTube experience of losing your Stream Deck connections, of adding up all your software, getting all your audio drivers back, getting Gold XLR, Wave XLR all hooked up. You guys know the drill. You rebuild a computer, put all your file media stuff, all your systems back together. I'm not complaining, but I got it together. We're here. We're running. We're doing it. It takes a village to raise a streamer.
You better say hi to the people at the bottom that stepped in. I don't want 15 minutes going by.
Oh, okay. I'm going to skip all these people then. We had a discussion about skipping. Oh, my God. Tina Turner. I saw Tina Turner. Oh, come on. Proud Mary. And, she has so many. I'm just going to. You also have to set your device to. I know, but my device is set. I think I would. Yes, I would love to. Okay. Clint. I'm just random through people. I don't care. Clint, what's going on, gents?
What's going on, Clint?
Clint, you're
nice
clearly
you, bro.
You're in the wrong stream, bro.
Yeah.
There's not a gent to be found here. So yeah, we're rebuilding computers.
I have that. We have that paparazzi setting in the lights.
Yeah. You need paparazzi.
Could do that.
We do. We could just the GVMs will do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to set mine up. I'm going to do that. We'll do that next time. We got both these lights do, right? The Happy Lights and the GVMs I have, the bigger LED panels. They both have that setting for the.
No, one does or two. Yeah, you can make the other ones look like they do.
I'm going to do it.
So we're talking a little bit about the lights and some lights that we have. What is anyone keeping an eye on Black Friday towards October?
Oh yeah.
What is the one thing that you are keeping an eye on that you want to get in your wheelhouse, that you want to have the one item that you're looking to come down in price, maybe snatch up? lights,
Vacuum.
cameras. Drop it in there. Let me know.
Yeah,
what
put
you
it down
guys
in
are
the
thinking about.
stream. Like, is it just like a wish list, or is it something they're seriously doing? Like, let us know if it's a wish list item, like what you would love under your tree, and then what you think you might be looking out for to get, maybe one of
Yeah,
the two.
like what you're keeping an eye out on.
Yeah, what you
for
keeping an
sales.
eye out? I'm keeping an eye out, John. We had a discussion tonight because here's
Yep.
my issue. I've got this lovely 6400, which, by the way, I'm loving it. And then I've got my 5100, which is over here somewhere. Here it is. And I laughed at John tonight because I showed him. I'm like, I set up my 5100. Now the camera's not the problem here; it's the lens, which is the stock lens, and it's like 3.5 f-stop. And my lights here are set so low, like at 1 or 2%, so my eyes don't get burned out. Thank you, Brian Paul. But I had to turn the ISO up to about 600-ish or something like that. Perfect. I love it, but it's not fan for this. So I have to either get a new lens or a new camera. So I'm looking for a Z1 or, maybe the 10 or whatever. So something used maybe would be better. Art with amazing
How you doing,
beard. By the way, why do you use a Wave XLR and a Go XLR? I love redundancy. So yeah, I do have, and this is going to be awful because I don't actually have. You can see. So here's my Go XLR. You can't really see it. And then over here, I'm using tonight would be the. It's in the dark here. Just pretend like we're going to do this.
In the dark.
Oh God,
It's Billy Squire.
Billy Squire was okay.
He was awesome.
I'm not using both at the same time. I did start with, I got to change this out. It's driving me nuts. I did start with the Gold XLR, and I love it. I'm doing a video, which I hope to finish up tomorrow shooting. It's taking about a year and a half too long to make this video. And so I'm hoping to finishing it up tomorrow. And it's going to go, am I going to keep with the XLR or not as my audio interface? That's the premise of the video. And then I'll probably either, and I now have that, I'm testing out, there it is, testing out the Wave XLR,
Yeah.
which I really do like so far. There's some things I don't like. And eventually I'll do a comparison on those. So I'm not using them at the same time. I could, but it would be a mess. I do like the Go XLR. I don't know, man.
I like my setup.
I'll let the video speak for itself. I do have an answer at the end of the video what I'm going to do. I appreciate that question, though, because I think the Go XLR still holds its water, and AJ did drop a note. There is some beta testing going on some upgraded software for that. That could be a game changer, but they're so tight-lipped in their future sets that it's just chirping quiet in there today. John, something to think about is the lantern's hard on the light's yoke. Make sure you're considering that with your light. I'm sure maybe you did.
The lantern, I'm more looking for like doing B-roll and stuff. So I would drop it over the top and light up the whole area. So this way I don't have lights just causing shadows on other sides.
Yeah.
So then I would just have the lantern over the top and then cast the light to really brighten up the whole area. And then I could fill in with some other lights. Or, there's a possibility I wanted to try it with just different looks with booming it over to here at times and just see what I could get. But I wouldn't use it when I'm trying to get like contrast in this room. It's more about like more even lighting in this room, but brighter.
Complete like distribution and diffusion.
Yeah, so if I could use the lantern, then I'd tone down the Dasneys to really low. And
we talked about that, and Brian and I are working on that with my two soft boxes in here. When those are on, it's, I don't know if I can, actually I can, let's see. So this one goes on behind me, and that's not even like all the way bright. It's the Kelvin's off, but I mean, it's, it can get really bright in here. Yeah, Tom Buck really pulls that off. Like he really did a whole thing where he really backlit and brightened up his space. Cause he's like me, cause he covered that window. There's no artificial light in here either. If I want to have that bright set, I'm going to have to do it artificially, and that takes a lot more diffuse.
about 18 lights.
Basically. So, I'm on the fence.
Right.
Oh, so that doorbell, she must have saw my comment on the Facebook today.
She saw it on Facebook.
I work,
coming.
Again,
coming.
marriage, that's the Marriage Be Better program. You got to
Just
get
got to change the transformer out. It's getting a little cooler. The attic won't be so hot. It's coming.
Yeah, we're going to blame the weather. That's great. So you got that. Yeah. So on the computer, it didn't die all the way, but it was heading there, and it was just it was getting to a point I couldn't do anything. My Bluetooth disappeared, and some other things. It was a cascading.
Well, your
effect.
computer didn't die. Your operating system did.
Yeah, to be fair, the computer still lives and has been rebuilt. We made it faster, better, stronger, smarter. Is that it? That sounds like that sounds like Wi-Fi.
That was like Mission Impossible mixed in with
Yeah,
Hong
I
Kong
was gonna say,
Phooey.
it was
Hong
kinda-
Kong Phooey, #1 super dog.
I remember as a kid, $6 Million Man would come on all the time, and he was like,
Yeah.
he's in the capsule, and he crashes into the water. They don't show any of the carnage. but,
Steve Austin.
Steve Austin.
We can build him stronger, faster.
Incredible. And then he'd do it, and then the effects are so terrible, and he'd have those little legs just going to town like a little Roadrunner cartoon guy.
You were expecting the coyote to come out somewhere. And
And we
hey.
bought, where's the Acme Dynamite? And we bought into it. We're like, oh, this is great effects. Let's get onto the Hulk. That's even
It was a
better.
good show still, nonetheless, though.
I enjoyed it, but and then they had to do Bionic Woman, which Wagner, right? Lindsay Wagner.
Lindsay Wagner, yeah.
And I'm not old. And actually, it wasn't bad. And then they became a couple, which was weird because then in real life, what's his name? Steve Austin. What was his real name?
Oh, I forget now.
But he married Farrah Fawcett for about 30 seconds.
Right.
And I remember that went all down because they were a hot couple. I don't know. They would have had, if they got married now, they'd have some like Brangelina name. But I can't remember his stupid name now. Shoot. Okay. Here we go. So Kombucha's got on her radar board the Rodecaster Pro, the Sony. All right. This is what happens when you drink a lot.
She's
before
got
the
a
show.
lot.
The Sony ZV-1, which you and I are going to arm wrestle for, Kim, and you will soundly beat me. And the DJ2 Mini 2. Those are great products.
Out to Kombucha, my Kim would be my question is why the Rodecaster Pro if you're doing all your live streams yourself? Do you have intentions of using it with a podcast or multiple mics or multiple people? Would be my question for her.
Yeah, because it's not the only advantage. If you really do want to do podcasting and remote podcasting, even by yourself, you have the onboard recording to the SD card, which is kind of cool. But outside of that, it seems like there might be better options. But she seems to always know what she's doing. I'm just consistent.
Yeah, I'm just curious too because it's multifaceted, right?
Use your words.
But I mean, I have it right here, and I don't use it for streaming anymore.
No,
Because
you use it for looks.
I use it like for different types of things I'll be using it for, or just selling it. I'm not sure yet. So
You're not selling that thing.
But the thing is, I have it, but it's not better for streaming, especially by yourself.
No.
There's no doubt that this Wave XLR setup is way better.
Yep. You would rock
So-
it, save some money. You would rock it. You have audio routing that's
Save
really,
a lot of money.
And the audio routing is awesome in it. Can't say enough to that.
Yeah, the audio routing is everything in it.
It's
That's
everything.
the thing. So you're not going to get that full advantage with the Rodecaster. You'll
Now-
get some of it, but some of it are workarounds also.
Yeah, let us know. I'd be curious what you plan on using it for. So maybe you already have that idea. I'm Laquita and Corey, aren't they amazing?
Yes.
They have some of the most consistently good, helpful content in streaming that I've seen, like general content for like groups of people. It's really like life stuff. And so anytime, just find them, search them out. Blind Guy, his wife, and their life channel. Most of us know them. Sorry, both of you. Fantastic. So I'm still surprised. Jay is still smiling after rebuilding his system and adding YouTube connections. Yeah. I wasn't smiling the whole time.
He wasn't smiling when he called me. Well, I don't know what day it was.
Well, it was Saturday where I called you and I went, John,
I'm pissed.
I'm like, I'm pissed. You're going to have to talk me out of this or talk me into it. And you were cool because you knew it had to be done, even though you're like, this is not a good idea right in the middle of everything. And I'm like, when are we not in the middle of anything?
Right.
It's a Saturday. I could pull this off. It was hard because I wanted to do video stuff. I came down here, I had my coffee. I'm going to do my video. Bam.
Yeah.
No,
you know how
you're
it
not,
is.
sucker.
When you got to reload your Windows, it's like you fight it for a little while. Like, I don't really want to do it. I want to try to fix this problem. But then
I know.
If it's too deep and, you're potentially been having some other problems, you're just better off at that point.
At that point, I just said no. I just say it's time to rebuild it. I'm good at doing it, fortunately, and I have a very good process with my NAS, my network stuff at home. Everything that I have for rebuilding is all on there. I allow my files, so I can just bring it back. There is a process, but please, people, I beg of you, if you have a hard drive that's only housing your OS and your data, I just beg of you to please partition that drive unless you have a second drive. Do not have your data on the same partition, and that goes for your document downloads and all that stuff that's
your
blown
pictures,
out.
your videos.
Just create a small OS or a decent size OS partition. So it is
Or-
so simple to rebuild on when you do that, especially with Windows.
Partition it to rebuild, but then also keep your data in a separate. Like a lot of people used to do, throw all their like videos and everything on a partition. But it's so simple now and cost effective to buy an external USB. Just move all that stuff and keep it off.
You can. I mean, you don't have to. I had a lot.
No.
All my data was fine and still there. I just hooked right into it. The
Well,
advantage of
no, I'm just saying, like, if you partition it, it is. But I'm saying, like, even if people don't partition it,
if
at
you
least
don't-
keep your stuff off of there.
please, because that's that stuff will go down on you. And this Windows 11 update, word is it's a little buggy. So please give it 3 months when that thing comes out, October 5th or whatever it is. Don't
Right.
jump into just tell it no. Ghost it for a minute. Give it the hand. So he loves you different. I haven't changed my light in a couple weeks. Now I feel like I should change my light. Dan, I change my light sometimes. I just haven't in the last couple weeks. I've been too busy to mess around with it. Maybe I will. Although you are bright tonight.
I might be too bright.
Blind Guy's wife says, I was supposed to install my new lights last week from John's live stream link last week. Wink, wink. And about to do that now, so wish me luck. I'm wishing you luck. So, John, you have affiliates. We can all go in because I'm not at a place where I can have affiliates. A lot of people are starting out. They don't have affiliates. But you seem to have some really good.
So you know my whole story. So I had to
That
go
was subtle.
I had to go 3 times, guys, to get and keep my affiliate. And I don't even know if I'll still keep this on this 3rd time.
Okay.
But literally, like in the last, I think, in the last 2 months on my affiliate links, I think like something in the realm of about $1,500 worth of stuff was sold, and it netted me in 2 months $70. So, it's not a ton of money, but I'll take it. I'll take it all the time. So I've been using them, and then hopefully, because see, the thing is, Amazon, they tell you, they don't give you a number of where they want you to be an affiliate and how many subscribers or this or that.
Yeah.
And it can be like, I know people that have the affiliate links and they literally have 300 subscribers. Then I know people that got kicked out and had to wait several times. So
It was
I'm
random,
just,
too, it seemed.
Yeah.
Like people were like, I don't know what I did wrong. They just, everything, I don't know. So I'm glad you still have your affiliates. So if you need certain things that John has in his shopping cart area, head on over there and do that, or anybody. I mean, just help our people out. I'm buying stuff constantly off of Amazon. It's a waste if I'm not searching out John or other people that have affiliates. I want to help them. Get $2 something. Oh, over the top. Colette, right?
She tried the phone trick.
Colette.
Yes.
I tried the phone. Okay, I tried the phone trick by bringing it into the StreamYard as a webcam, which is cool. But I love the fact she tried it. But it was freezing sometimes. I found a free software on StreamYard YTC called Irium to mirror your phone. Have you heard of it? No,
I've heard of it.
Yeah, I've used other things to try to mirror my phone with mixed results. What is your thinking on this with the freezing? And
I was trying to bring to the StreamYard, so I've never done that actually. It's more like you can use it as that, and like OBS, it's really simple, and I've used it in vMix already. So I don't know if there would be any difference, or I don't know how you would exactly do that unless she shared the link on a computer.
Right.
And then shared that screen. That's the only way she would be able to do that with the trick that I showed. Otherwise, it was really meant for people like with OBS. If you were running OBS, you could just bring in that URL in as, and just share it, which it also depends on a lot of conditions of whether or not your computer can handle another camera coming in, how much memory you have, all those considerations.
Yeah.
But it's absolutely never frozen up on me ever.
It's interesting though. Yeah.
Yet.
Or it could have been something with StreamYard that night too, because StreamYard has nights where it doesn't play well with anything. So who knows? Or maybe if you had 2 connections going, it was taxing your particular Wi-Fi that night, having 2 streams eating up that data. And so it's hard to say, but
it's not like it's more uses than just what I showed. And so then that was kind of like the tip of the iceberg. So then if people could think a little bit deeper into what I was showing them, you can actually use that software by bringing, and there's no other software that does it at this point, that or an app, that you can actually literally bring someone in as a guest on OBS. And we've messed around with it, and it's not perfect. We did a stream on it, and it's getting better all the time, that VDO Ninja, but it's just
it's free.
It's free and people can use it and it will get the job done. So that's kind of like, you can use it as a camera. You can use it as a link to bring in somebody.
Yeah.
It can, there's various things you can use it for, but it
seems pretty solid since you've been using it. Brian Paul says, I like the USB audio in the Rodecaster Pro.
On the Rodecaster Pro.
Huh?
Yeah. The USB audio. So he's talking about bringing it in or using a USB off of it, because I don't think you could do that.
No, maybe he into it, like a physical. Is there a physical way to bring? I mean, I know you can do it through a 3.5.
Why don't you just plug it into your computer if it's that?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'd have to know.
Or maybe he's just saying using it as USB, because some people, they'll tap line in, line out, like a line in, line out to an ATEM.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah. If we're getting that wrong, let us know.
Which Dan was doing too.
Yeah. Kim says, I mostly want something for EQing. Okay, here we go. Sound effects and the other built-in enhancements for mics. So, okay, effects.
Yeah, there's no EQing
DSPs.
in it.
Nope. I'd prefer something smaller. Okay, well, she needs the Go XLR.
She needs it for a Mac, though.
Oh, Nike.
Yeah. Well, sorry. I didn't tell you to buy a Mac, but.
Here we go.
But,
and you're already trying to get more subscribers as you get closer to your milestones. The last thing you need to be doing, last thing you need to do is start angering one half of the population.
It's what it is. It's frustrating, right? Because people, I don't dislike one or the other.
I don't either.
But it's just frustrating because certain things work better for certain things, and it's just frustrating that we have to work around like the stuff just so we can figure out how things work. Like, people say, I don't know. It's just so much work around. That's all.
Yeah, I missed the Mac thing. That's too fast, because the Go XLR would absolutely be perfect to slide in there especially if you're going to be used. It has everything that she's talking about. Where the Wave XLR is so close, but it doesn't have the DSP.
But you can use it with a Mac. Few people have had issues.
It doesn't work great. A lot of people don't. I don't know. It's so hit and miss.
It takes time. That's the problem. It always takes more time.
It's not worth it. Here's my feeling on that. Kim's voice at the moment on that pod mic sounds sweetly dialed in already. So if you put that voice on that mic, on this Wave XLR, on this preamp, she's going to sound. She doesn't need any DSP. She doesn't need any digital effects like EQ. I know you want it. I get it.
Yeah, I don't think she does either, but.
You don't need it, and eventually Wave XLR is going to push those out. And at this price point, it might be something to consider. That's just my 2 cents on that. Brian says, you guys using that beard product yet? My beard is silky smooth. I wish I had a silky smooth.
Thanks to Dan.
Do you think he was doing this? Thanks to Dan. Do you think he was doing...
Probably
hands?
Massages.
He's got enough 2 hands. He's got... Gotta be careful. Here's the thing. It is growing. I did cut like some scraggly ones back a little bit, and then I combed it tonight. Here's the thing. I said about 10 times to Dan already, I need the boar brush. I need something, though, that's going to train this, because I don't like how, especially early on, how it's all wiggy. Like some get longer than others and really wig out, and... You're looking at, what are you looking at? You look like
I'm reading Brian's explanation.
Oh, okay.
I just subbed again.
I'm glad we're on the same show, brother. That's no is the answer. But if you need beer products, Dan is your man. Kim says, "Oh, good luck setting up the lights." Okay, that's right. They're going to do the lights.
Yeah,
tonight.
I mean the lights are great, except that when the whole explanation of in that video is you'll get a tremendous effect by setting up your studio and having the color in the background, right? This gray or close to something like this where it absorbs the light makes a huge difference. See, like we had Tommy buy the lights and he's shining it against basically like a natural wood background,
a dark
It's
paneling
not-
look or a dark wood.
It's not going to work.
It just eat it up. Just there was no reflection, no transference.
So I mean, they're great lights, and you'll get some reflection. But the why they work so great with me is because the color of my background.
And then Tommy went off on another direction, saying, "Oh yeah, I really wanted lights that I could control with Alexa." And then I'm like, "Well, you can get like plugs." He's like, "Well," and then he went deeper. He's like, "No, I want people eventually in chat to be able to control the lights." And I'm like, "Man,
Okay,
they're gonna start like turning on like your microwave and your TV off." I don't know if I would start letting people in that way, but no, he's got a plan. Nav, I'm forgetting names. Help me out.
Nav Zimmer. I forget.
Not Rod. No. Help me
Oh,
with the
that's his other. This
name.
is
I know.
Rod.
Rodrigo.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, we're just terrible.
I
with
get
names.
confused when people
I know,
switch
they
their
switch their
YouTubes.
stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Good on all you people for having 10 YouTubes, but we can't even imagine one. Okay, between us. Says, hey, Talking of Lighting, been spreading the word about a YouTube video tip on using your smart TV as a light source. It works. That's brilliant. So if you turn they're big panels now. They become basically a big LED. If you could probably find a way to put a
that's
color source
basically
on.
what Nick Nimmin does all the time.
Sure. But
He even says it. He says
does,
he
but
takes
people don't
the
think about
screen and he has it white on one side, keeps his lights low, and then he uses the reflection off of the front.
It's smart. It's smart.
It's
I'm not
smart
that
if it works. Yeah, I mean, you have to set it up to work. It's not going to work by itself. Like if I put it on the side of on the wall over here, it's not going to necessarily do what you
Come
want
next
it
week.
to.
You're gonna come in here next week. I'm gonna show it. We gotta have a 72-inch LED TV angled with duct tape on some boom that's teetering. Eventually, it will probably kill me. Christmas Clatter says, "You're welcome, John."
Yeah, what was that for?
Maybe the affiliate buy.
Is he being sarcastic?
I think he's being sarcastic. Todd is so
not
upstanding and he's got that nice etiquette that it's hard to know. Some people, they throw those little things in there and you're like, whoa, let's go, Xander man.
Yeah. So what I think, just want to reply to Brian in this really quick.
Okay.
So I
He's
think
way
if you
down there.
watch what Tom Buck was saying is that basically he takes the Rodecaster Pro via USB into his computer and then pulls it into Ecamm, just like kind of like we would use it in vMix or anywhere else. That's what he means.
Okay. Yeah.
And he specifies that only because there are other ways that, that because people will say, oh, how can I use it with an ATEM so I can get the sound through it, go to an ATEM, and then you'd have to go line out versus one of the headphone jacks that has a worse amp. Then basically it's like a little bit better than maybe the ATEM, but you're not going to get great. This is what Dan C is actually going through right now. So he did the line out thing, and then I think he pretty much found out today that he doesn't have to do that. So I went through the same thing where I thought I was going to have to make a change, and then I figured out after I did the stream that it just ended up working out. It kind of fools you because even if you go into the software and you measure the audio by a clap test and you take it into editing and see how many frames you're off, and I did all that stuff, and then I was like, for some reason, I think what it is like when you get in StreamYard, even if it's off a little, it syncs it up eventually. And the US, so if it is a little off, it will end up catching up and taking care of it by itself. It's just very odd how that all works out sometimes. And so he did his testing. He thought he was going to have to go through the Rodecaster, line out to the ATEM. And then when he came back today after testing, he's like, I don't know what it is, but it seems to be working great with just the, coming in USB. So I hope so, because it's much better that way.
I want to just nail some of these real quick. Zan says, I wish I was a mod too. Where's my blue wrench? Okay, you know what? Let's just have this discussion out in the open. I'll make anybody that's pretty much here and mod because I trust all you numbskulls. I'll make, if you really want to be a mod, I'm happy to, I'd be honored if any, I just didn't want to bother people. I don't know why. I felt like I was
you could do it
bothering
right in your stream, right? Your stream,
Can I?
like on your phone. Or you could just go to the three little bumps on the right, and then you can make someone a mod right in the middle of the stream, if you want to.
Okay. Try it now, Zan. If anybody wants to be a mod, I'm honored. Just tell me, and I'd make you a mod, because we know what happened last week.
Can you change my name to Ahmad?
What? No. Stop. You're making me nuts. We had a little bit of an issue last Tuesday, and we brought someone into the show that shouldn't have been in the show.
Welcome to.
Sorry.
What's going on?
Sorry. I was trying to pull up the stream so I could see if he's a mod.
Oh, I got you. That's funny. And so let's go here. So Brian said, oh, we went there. We did that. Brian's blind guy and wife says, I'm still trying to figure out why Amazon won't
Yes.
let me in there. Yeah. This has been a.
Yes. I know.
there's-
It's frustrating. And then I tried to be an Amazon content creator too, but that's way out left field. They want you to have like 1,000 plus or 10,000.
Yeah.
I don't need, they won't give you a number.
Just make it
frustrating.
consistent so we know it, like transparent. What do we have to do here to get it and to keep it? It's such an annoyance. Kim says, I appreciate the feedback. That's well deserved. But yes, he thinks we're right. I'll just chill and not be gassy. There's definitely some cheaper and better. It's not even about the money. I just think that, and John's right, unless you're going to use that for multi-mic setups and maybe remote, there are just better options for you, and they won't even cost you.
No,
as
what
much.
it really comes down to, Jeff, is when I first started streaming, which is, only so long ago,
10
I think my
months.
actual first test of a live stream, just a test, was a year ago. Okay.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I want to get the Rodecaster because the Rodecaster can do everything, And I was like, it's going to be great. I'm going to be able to do everything in the stream, pull in separate audios and this and that. And then when I got it, I was like, did everybody miss the boat on this? Because like everybody said it did everything, but I found out that most people didn't know what they were talking about. And so there were all the people that got the Go XLR, which I didn't want to get because that whole situation was occurring over there at the Go XLR company, where people were walking out and they were having issues with the Go XLR restarting every single time on a stream.
Yeah.
But the serious streamers loved it because when it did work, it did exactly what it was supposed to do,
Yep.
which is route your audio. So if you want to take, when I say that, people don't really even understand what that means, right? So there's a lot to it, but when I got the Rodecaster, it didn't do that. And so it does.
You got
There's
part of what you
workarounds.
needed, and then you got in live stream and went, oh, I would really like all my audio sources to have their own virtual
Right.
cable so I can control them individually
Right.
and maybe even get them to a physical slider, which we've done. And we're really streamlining that and creating some cool stuff. We're creating our own
But the great
sliders.
thing that it does do is you have multiple XLRs. You have, so you can, if you're doing like mic tests, it's fantastic. I could do them all on the fly. It's got the sound pads that there are workarounds at times. But believe me, it's not like the end all for live streaming.
It's not.
It's actually an end all for podcasting. It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
But the other thing is just know that it will do most of your stuff, but you just need to know what you're looking for. That's what it comes down to. Just know what you're looking for.
Know what you're looking for.
Ask questions.
Everything about that is true, and that's why people really. I mean, it is a great product. People loved it, and when they were explaining it, but there were so many things being left out. Live streaming is such a different animal. It's like being a musical singer and an actor and a producer and all these little things. And in the video I'm doing for the Go XLR, I realized how TC Helicon really nailed this, but why they nailed it. They're a part of the TC group. And if you look at Tannoy and TC Electronics and the other groups in there, they have like decades and decades of PA. And I think I mentioned to you, IVL, which is in Voice Live, they hooked up with them in early 2000. It took years and years and years for them. They had all the effects. They had all the voice and pitch changers and the sampling. And they married that right up with all these other groups that were there, and it came up with the right product at the right time.
And that's what the streamers and the gamers wanted. And just like,
Yes,
like basically when I pull up my audio, I have Mozilla, right? Running just my music through Epidemic. And then I have my Chrome will be another stream that comes in, and I can play everything. Like even if it's on StreamYard, I don't have to click the audio button to play anything from my Chrome. All I got to do is pull up my Chrome and play it because it works that good. And so then if I want to have like, you know, another audio set to something else in particular, like say your what else, Jeff?
Well,
Spotify, chat, Discord. You can have all these separate audios, which is what a streamer wants. So I like the fact that I can just use all that stuff and not have to worry about anything. Whereas you can't, it can't do that with Rodecaster.
So on the Go XLR, kind of like the Wave XLR, that's what he's talking about are two different things, but the ability to get in and do routing. So when we talk about our audio routing in Windows, we're actually able to assign, for example, music from Spotify, chat from Discord, gaming from your game, on and on and on. Other lines in. A line in could be, by the way, from a second PC. That's another thing that Go XLR did, was allowed for two PC setups.
One thing that was better. Yep.
And then you can go through and check. I have to simply decide, do I want it in my headphones only? Do I want it in my broadcast only, a line out? Do I want it in my chat? So you can go on and on and on and just check in the grid. It's so simple.
So
you didn't
simple.
have to. You can't do that. Now, Voice Meter was essentially what this was, but only this is so much better. Right. I'm not knocking Voice Meter, but come on, man. The threshold on that for tech just made people nuts. It did have a lot more lag. There's no lag on here. The other thing I really like about the Gold XLR, again, you got all the mixers we're talking about with Kombucha. This is what I love about it. So here's all my faders. I have 4 faders, and you can sign. It's really like having. You can assign multiple sources to each one if you wanted. So there's not just 4 faders. You can assign, and we can see that in Wave XLR as well. I have 4 mute buttons, and then the mixers. So we got that. And then you have effects like reverb, echo, reset.
Yeah, this is why the Go XLR was the go-to thing to the real streamers, all the real streamers. Hi, Annie, how you doing?
Yeah, you can't do that. I'll get back here. You can't do that by putting a 2i2 together with and putting that together with a cloud lifter and putting it in your system. You'd have to put Voice Meter together with it. Try to work that all out. Try to get more and it only comes with 2 cables, by the way. I think you have to buy or donate for a couple extra virtual cables with Voice Meter. Putting that together, this stuff is loaded.
And the voice meter is complex for the majority of people.
Yeah.
You're not wanting to use 90% of what Voice Meter does. You're really just looking for that connection and then the routing.
Yeah.
And so it gets really confusing for people. Plus, it's at the potential of people messing up their PCs a little bit with their audio setup. Whereas, it's a little bit of a workaround. You got to learn. There's a little learning curve with any kind of software, but it's much, much easier with the Wavelink software.
Or Go XLR.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I'm not going to a Go XLR ever. I'll be staying.
No,
with
but
the Wave.
it's still a product, and it's still something that's available. And right now, there's products out there that are used. It's a great all-in-one solution. I mean, look at all these effects. So again, it depends on the streamer. But look, you weren't kids sitting there who are streaming, trying to flex cred for live streaming. Weren't going to get that out of putting a 2i2 together with a cloud lifter. They wanted RGB lights. They wanted something on their desk. They wanted faders so they don't have to
but they wanted to
out.
communicate and have separate audio out for their Discord.
That's only part of it. There still was the vanity. There were the RGB lights. There was having it on your desk as opposed to spread around and cabled out and not knowing what was going. Audio routing was obviously a big part of that. They needed that. That was one of the biggest complaints that they had, right, was the audio routing in a live setting, and not just gamers.
Well, that was the most important thing. Everything else was extra.
Yeah, but it was those extras that mattered.
It mattered to them, absolutely.
Yeah.
But you're talking what, 3 years gone by
Thank
now?
you, Art.
Almost?
That's awesome. 2018, the Mini came out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I lost chat. I'm finding it. Just everybody talks
over
amongst
2 years.
Everybody talk amongst yourselves. So, guys,
so she's done with her Canon M50. Yeah, because would you please help me go about trading it in for the M50 Mark II?
Hi, Annie.
And that's exactly what I did, Colette. I took it and going back probably 6-7 months now, I was still able to get $500 for my Mark One because they do resell pretty good. You're going to get maybe about the same or a little less now, and then you just go. The Mark Two is great, but listen. If you're,
Hey, Patrick.
this is the problem that I have. She already knows the menu system to the
I know.
Canon.
Here we go.
And all this stuff. But there's no doubt in my mind that the Sony ZV-E10 is the best camera you can get for $800. Like, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
But the problem is if you're fighting the tech and things become an issue for you because the menu
Yeah.
system's a little more complicated, then and you already know the Sony menu, the Canon menu system,
It's gonna
then
be a
that
little
would
bit
be
of
the
a-
reason, right, why you
Yeah.
go to the Mark II.
I just want to say Zan's heading out. Zan,
Bye,
dinner
Zan.
time. I don't know what he eats. I want to know what his dinner plan is.
No, you don't.
I-
'Cause Zan's an eater. I know he attacks that.
Yeah, and Zan's
His
all
wife's a good
excited.
cook.
I love
She's a
how,
good cook.
how excited he is. So he said that it's his job to go get those likes. So let's go.
Yo.
Appreciate it. Oh, let's go. I
Thanks,
don't have a
Zan.
let's go thing. Zan, you're a great supporter. Thank you, as everybody is here. Yeah, Brian
Yeah.
wants a Gold XLR for his Mac. You could try it. There has been some success with it, but I could maybe send mine to you and you could try it out and see how it goes maybe before you dumped into it.
Right.
Are there other good options besides the Wave? I really think right now there are a couple, but I'll be honest with you, the softwares on them are not that great, are underwhelming. The media or whatever. I think the Wave XLR is the way to go. It's honestly, right?
Yeah, I just want to make sure we finished Colette's answer too. That's all. Because I want to make sure that we even finished what we were doing there. I just want to make sure we'll go back.
Oh, I thought
don't.
we did finish. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step away from it.
Well, I'm just saying it's 1 year old from Amazon, $600. Please help. And so
Okay.
the thing is, like, I would definitely try to resell it and try to get the most you can for it, and just listen to what I was saying about what you should do. The thing,
I
and
see,
this
I
is the thing that's tough, is like when you buy a camera, and probably 6 months ago, you would know that a Mark II was coming out or a little before that. But if you don't keep up with that, you can get lost in the wind. So now you're wanting to stream and you don't have that ability. And you can set it up to stream. Like, there definitely is usable to stream. It's just that you won't have autofocus. So if you're sitting here and talking just like this, it would be absolutely fine. If you're doing a workout video, it wouldn't be fine if you were moving back and forth. But there might be a lot of tech that she has to understand with that, which is, it's not that difficult once you learn it, but she might have a little difficulty learning it.
Look, I'm going to be honest with you. These people, she can learn it. I really believe
I
she can
think she
learn it.
can.
And I know she can. The question usually comes down to, do I have the patience to spend the time? And I know this because I have the 6400, I had the 5100, and I had to figure out the menuing system, which I did. There are so many people like us that you can ask if you run into a little quick thing. So
Yeah, but you see, like, what's even great for her? Say she got the ZV-E10. She's only going to StreamYard, and she's not probably paying for the Pro, right? So you could literally plug that camera in without a capture card.
Cam Link or whatever.
Yeah, and you can get 720p just from the camera
Yeah.
with audio.
Yeah, because you can go in right from the camera into USB and get 720. Yeah, I mean, so would take that. I don't think that's the overhead though. The overhead's the menu.
Colette, you can just you can reach out if you want to on Instagram, DM me, and we can go into more detail if you want about that too.
Yeah, there's definitely a solution here for her because of.
I just want the best solution.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the best solution is selling your M50 to get the M50 Mark II, because I know for a fact, for another $100 on top of that M50, then she's got a ZV-E10, which is definitely a better camera.
Yeah, StreamYard's auto volume. Yes, we turned ours off tonight, by the way.
StreamYard's auto volume feature is
People have been
on
talking
the phone.
about
Yes.
that kind of going rogue on people.
So here's the thing, though, Tommy, you're absolutely right. But if you have people that aren't properly using StreamYard, and I know plenty of them, and I've streamed with people that didn't get it, that you have to tell them they have to have headphones in. You have to have your speakers off. And a lot of people that are new, don't fully understand those types of things. And so then you have to have this echo cancellation on, and it will shut down anything reverbing back in. And but you're not going to have as clean as crisp audio in StreamYard. So that's why you want these headphones. You want them have them low enough so that way you can hear everything, but not so loud that it reverbs into your mic right here, because that could happen with headphones,
Especially the condenser mic.
especially a condenser mic. These are dynamic mics, and they don't pick up the ambient sound of the room as easy, and so.
But some people really do have them loud. For sure. Hey, Annie, how you doing? Everybody.
So there's a lot to that. Yeah, absolutely. And so that's part of understanding StreamYard and your equipment, which it does take a bit of time to figure that all out. But Brian's gonna he's gonna make he's got to make a decision too. Like, he can try your Go XLR, see if it works, which is really good, and then see how things work for him.
I mean, I really think for him, the Wave XLR is a perfect solution. I mean,
is he a PC guy?
Well, no, he's a Mac guy. He's a Mac guy.
Okay.
That's why I'm worried about the Go XLR. But, you could try it. Some people have had success with it. You don't know until you try it, especially if you don't have to go out and shell out the money for it. Roxanne says that, has anyone experienced the white noise on random mic channels of their Rodecaster Pro with nothing plugged into them and no phantom power?
Okay, so she's saying so in the headphones, obviously, as she's listening, she hears white noise.
Yeah, probably just the floor noise and condensers.
That is a super common problem with the Rodecaster Pro. That white noise never makes it into your recordings though. So everyone that you'll talk to about it, because they definitely aren't the highest quality headphone amps. And so you'll hear that white noise. I was worried about it when I first got mine, and everybody was mentioning it. But then when they said, go and record, do you hear it in the recording? And no one does. So that's the most important thing. But it freaks you out at first because you're thinking, oh my God, is that going to get into my recordings?
No doubt. I'll circle back to Colette saying, thank you so much, besties. I'll reach out.
No problem.
Reach out. Going to get that answer for you. You're going to get I'm confident we're going to find the right solution.
I'm even up for, and I've done it for other people. If you want, I've worked with a couple of people because I had the M50, and I know exactly what to get and make that work and not spend any money, or you can ante up. It all really depends how deep your pockets are too. So,
well, yeah. So Rodriguez says, I don't use that mic, but I do have the white noise, and it tends to come from electrical disturbances that most devices can pick up when plugged to an outlet. Yeah, so grounding is always an issue.
Yeah, that's not the case though.
Not in this case, but that's always something to ferret out when you have these kind of problems. Check
if
wires.
you have
especially wires crossed,
you're having it with every problem of type of audio. A lot of times it will be a grounding issue. I mean, that's the kind of stuff. Yeah,
I know. When we put our instruments up and we'd have a big show, and I remember the sound guys would get so mad if we started crossing XLR cables over each other. You just don't want that, and you don't, and they're right, but we don't care.
So even Nav Simmer, even if you are crossing your XLR cables, or right now, if I have a power cord that's going over another XLR cable, those types of things can give you feedback and noises. And since day one, when I set this up, I probably have something USB that's connected to something that's going across an audio cable, and I get this little feedback every now and then. And those are the types of things you definitely need to check. And a good test will be to plug into another plug and check your grounds. You can easily just go buy a ground tester if you want to.
Yeah.
But the problem that she's having with the Rodecaster is a known issue that's from day one. So it's not something that's crazy. Okay, so now she's saying it's not in the headphones. Just by pushing the levels of the mic channels, I have sent them back. Sent 2 of them back for repair after discussing with Rode. Well, yeah, if you push the mic channel levels up, you're going to push your amps up, and you're going to definitely get white noise. Mm-hmm. That's the way amps work. Yes. So the thing is that you You don't ever push past what you need to. And so, oh, I know why she's having this problem. Because she's got the Shure SM7B and she doesn't have a cloud lifter, probably because people told her you don't need one. But doesn't she have a cloud lifter on that?
I don't know that we've talked about it, but that could be an issue. If she's
Yeah,
trying to push heavy.
Roxanne, if you don't have, let me know if you have a cloud lifter on your SM7B, because if that's the case, yeah, then now I'm like the whole story's coming together a bit. So
That's what, if she's pushing the levels and getting that, yeah.
If
you
you're
need
hitting the max
fed head
levels,
cloud lifter or some kind of booster, you're going to need
Right.
to help out. Yeah, you're injecting noise from the amp, the preamp.
and then that could be, and I know that the amps in the Rodecaster aren't as powerful as say as the ones in my Motu M2. I mean, literally, I could go full 62 dB out of the Motu M2, and there was no negative, no hiss, no nothing out of those amps. They were spotless. So, but the whole thing is, to run my pod mic, I would have to run it at 100% the whole time. So that's why I got a cloud lifter.
Yeah, and that's the
Right.
thing. And you know what's funny is I had the SM7B on the Go XLR. I never had to push it to, well, I shouldn't say that. I was probably at 95%. That's true.
And then
I was
also,
pushing it, yeah.
do you know that cloud lifter that we have went up $10?
Well, they should, because the demand on it was so high.
They
that,
can't even touch the thing.
I know.
I did a video on it. So guys, I did a video on a cloud lifter. Go check it out. It is the best cheap cloud lifter. It's actually 2 inputs and outputs for $50. Now it's $60. But I mean, it's one that's been around, but now they make 2 in, 2 out. So it makes total sense. Like if you're going to spend $40 for a CT1, you might as well spend $50 or $60 for a CM2, which gives you 2 inputs and outputs. It just makes sense.
Did you get an email this morning from Marketech? I got like an updated email from them on all this stuff. So I subscribe to their little newsletter. So
Oh, I did not know.
oh, that's because I'm special. And I didn't even do a video on it, so you know, there's that. But so
Yeah,
I just want to stop and say, Darlene did send. We have confirmation that Darlene does have the Coffee Talk and Tech mug that she won,
Oh, that's awesome.
and
Hi,
I love
Darlene.
I love the photo. And
Oh, there she is.
She's got a Packer shirt on, and Darlene, I'm not going to show the photo unless you tell me to, and don't, no pressure. But I do appreciate having. I would love to show it, but at the same time, people are always a little weirded out by that, so I don't want to do anything without your will. And again, don't feel pressured. But we had that competition with the hat competition.
Yes.
And Darlene won, and she was cool. She got the mug and everything in the photo. It's pretty cool. She says
Yes.
we can, so I'll work on that as we're talking. I want to back up a second because I thought okay. So Sammy says, I'm thinking of getting the wired in-ears that might work well for me. I don't know. What's
What,
he
the
using?
ones that we have?
I would assume like just some kind of IEMs. What is he using now? He was using cans. I don't know if he's using, is he using?
Yeah, I think, well, he bought a wireless mic system, so I don't
that's
know
right.
if
That's
he's
right.
like he's got headphones on right now. So I think you want to have something in your ears. That would be much better all the way around. Good idea, Sammy. I would go for that. If
I
were
would
you.
absolutely totally go for that. And is on your affiliates, do you have your earbuds link on for those?
I don't actually.
Okay. Well, we'll work that out. He can get in touch with us. He probably already has the links or stuff that he's working on.
Okay.
Okay, 1 second. I just want to we
Okay.
go, Darlene and
Yay!
Go Pack. We had a good game the other night, but yes, we got the Coffee Talk and Tech. Big fan.
That's
so,
awesome.
isn't that cool? So good to see that. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much
Jeff,
for sending
and
that.
thank you, Darlene.
Oh, that was a lot of fun.
That's
actually.
awesome.
I'll even bring you back now.
Great guys.
So one of the best. Oh yes. So Patrick liked that Clark Technic.
Yeah. So I recommended it. He watched the video. He bought it and got one. I got 2 of them, and then I actually sold you one, and those are fantastic. I'm so happy I have that because it works great. It's literally, if you're spending money on a cloud lifter, I don't know why, but I just read this. So
I know.
she's
I knew
saying-
you were there. So she does have a preamp. I
Yeah.
don't have any problem with the 7B. My sounds are okay. I noticed that white noise on one specific channel
There you go.
out of 4. On
Okay.
each test. Well, I will tell you this. One channel. Okay, so one specific mic. Well, I can tell you one thing. If it's like any mixer board I've ever played, where you start losing channels over time. Sadly.
Yeah, so I think she's right by sending that back then at that point.
Yeah, you got to send it back because at that point it's just the channel and it's an innard thing. I see that all the time with mixer boards. They're like don't put it in 1 and 3 and 6. Why? Because they're gone.
Because they're going.
They're terrible. So that's probably what happened. Unfortunately, I would.
Yeah,
send
but
it back.
the sad thing is that these were new off the bat, so that is that's not promising for a lot of things.
We've never bought anything new that was broke ever in my life. Seems to happen all the time for me. I have to send stuff back. It drives me nuts.
That stinks, man.
It sucks because first of all you're excited, but then have to pack up something you were waiting on so much,
Or that you
and
wanna
send it out.
use.
and then
Yeah.
you want to use, and so you're handcuffed. It's just a dreadful moment, and then you got to go deal with the post office or whatever. Oh,
Yeah, that's frustrating.
I feel your pain on that. So, do you want to talk at all? By the way, we're waiting around. Do you want to talk at all about your milestones you're closing on, or is that something you want to touch on at all? Or just
No.
no, okay,
No.
no. Is that something you want? Okay, all right.
And then also, I just want to point out that that I got a couple different interviews that are be coming up soon by a couple different people. And one of them is going to be Blind Guy, His Wife, in Their Life.
Yeah.
They have a new show on My Marriage Needs Help on Sundays.
I saw that.
And this Sunday, I'm going to be a guest on their show. So if you happen to watch their stuff, which I love them both. They're so entertaining, and the people and the community surrounding them have really just taken me in and as their own. And I'm so happy with the that whole group. So it's great. And
Now,
everybody.
are they going to
come
like
and see
bring
that.
you on, and then they're going to drop your marriage would be better if you would fix the doorbell, kind of like
Yeah,
intervention?
I'm still worried because I know by this week I'm supposed to get these questions. And I'm like, oh my God, what kind of questions are these going to be? I hope it's like, does a floppy disk interface with a DVD? Like, this is going to be rough stuff for me probably. So, I
Oh,
have to
come on,
see.
man! It's marriage stuff. It's not. It's easy.
They're like, how long you been married? I was like, yeah, well, I told them. And
Have
then
you
20
been
years we've
married? Okay, 20.
20 years together, married for like 15, 16.
I got you beat. 21 years married, been together every day since 1994.
Wow. I'm just nervous.
We lived together for 7 years, which of course her parents hated.
She didn't leave then. She just didn't make her decision. Their smart decision.
Wore out. She's just like,
You
I'm
wore
too
out.
tired to even pack up my bags and leave this joint. That's awesome. That'd be. I'll actually have to dip into that for sure.
Yeah. And just hit record is another guy that's going to be.
Oh, that Ken.
doing an interview.
Yes.
Ken, yes.
And he just did. Was this his first one? Not his first one on that
I
channel.
think
with
his
Heather?
first one on the new podcast
new
because
one.
he's done it before. And so he did it, with Heather Ramirez. Yes.
He has a nice setup. He's got a
Yeah.
nice little thing going.
Oh, yeah.
Looks
Yeah,
good.
He,
I really
he's
like it.
definitely done it before. You could tell.
Definitely done it before. But yeah, so he just did that. So kudos to him. Darlene says, it's at a Christian community coffee place to go. So you can bring your own mug, right? That kind of
Nice.
deal, which is very cool. I always like when you can bring your own mug. You know, my Starbucks is closing often because they don't have enough help.
Oh, it's going on
Everywhere,
quite a bit.
right?
Yeah.
All the restaurants I love, they're shutting either completely or their hours. And it just makes me sad because these are such great, unique, non-chain restaurants.
Yeah.
And they're just suffering. And it's just like, I lost our Dairy Queen, which is a chain.
Unfortunately, we lost where I work for a week. We lost a little over a week, 2 weeks almost. Our Starbucks because there were positive tests, and so they shut it
they had
down.
to shut it down?
Yeah, that was just a couple weeks ago too.
Oh my goodness. It's all over the map. I just got
Mm-hmm.
word from my dad. My dad's in a nursing home and they're like, oh, you can come visit again. It's like they keep
great.
going in and out. You just get used to it. You're like, okay, can we go?
Right.
Can we not? Send up a bat flare. Let us know what's happening. Yeah. Floppy disk. That
He
was
likes
real.
that. He likes the floppy disk. Yes, Sammy. Floppy disk.
Dude, I remember my first year in college doing stuff and you had to put it on those stupid little 5-inch floppy disk. And the worst part is, and at the time you're like, got my floppy disk, I got my little like Fortran little coding project or whatever.
What
and
did those floppy disks hold? 1.44 megabytes?
maybe. Yeah, I think it was 1.44.
Dude,
No,
megabytes?
Or was that the small one that was 1.44, the little hard small one?
I just can't even fathom it. Even if it was the small one, it's a megabyte.
And it was no problem because it was just like I was doing Fortran and then Cobalt, and that's some old language right there, by the way, and computer science. And I remember we did that, and then you would take the floppy disk, which is bendable, and to save it because it would just ruin your homework. You just throw it into your book, like a textbook, and you'd keep it flat to
Cobalt.
save. Yeah, it's not Fortran's even harder. It's garbage. What's he saying here? What's he saying? Trying to run out there.
I'm trying to.
I got the C word. Okay. I think she means Christian. I don't know.
I hope so.
That's what
The next TV show is dating a floppy disk. Yeah.
My next TV show, dating.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I don't know about dating inanimate objects. You can do it. So I think Patrick is going to
Yeah.
school us. Yeah. 3.5 was 1.
I wanted to make sure there was a period there because I was like, right,
Well,
it
it
was
wasn't 144.
1.44. It's
Dude,
like ridiculous.
Come on. Back then, man,
Dude, that's
we thought-
incredible.
We thought megabytes were so huge. We're never going to. You had a 10 megabytes something. Don't worry about it. You'll be able to save your whole life on that.
Dude, that's 25 years ago,
I don't know. It changes fast, man. I don't know what to tell you.
right?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
So Nav says 1.44 in theory. Yeah, it's always theory.
Right.
It's always like gas mileage on the cars. Well, you
Right.
know, it's 34 estimated. But he used a bunch.
Oh,
of
you know
yeah.
he's like a perfectionist if he tells you stuff like this because he's
Oh.
like, it's a 1 gig drive, but it's 960 megabytes.
Yeah. What do you? This is a guy who got triggered because back in the day, he probably had to do homework on it, and he couldn't fit it all on there because the internal kernel data took it all up, and he's like, I gotta get this project. And there's no room.
That's the guy who makes the chicken, right?
Kernel. Yes, the kernel. God. It took me a second. I'm like, and then I'm like going through your
Everybody
words.
else is like, Colonel, what are you talking about?
This is how well I know you now. I had to go back and search your words to find the one I knew was.
Oh.
Good God Almighty. Or I had a TV show dating a Mac. LOL. Yeah, you could do a bachelorette thing with like a Mac. Well, I could do OS like Mac, Windows, Ubuntu, anything Red Hat.
Oh, yeah.
You
Red
could have
Hat's
the whole.
awesome, though.
I loved Red Hat. Still
Still do, yeah.
Yep. You could just go through the whole thing.
Yep.
I did Red Hat on my other systems because during that time we didn't have social media and YouTube, and there was time to do stuff like that, to build a computer out of an old one and see how you could leverage it with the efficiency of Red Hat and the Unix system.
And it does great. You know, anything Unix is so low, strain on anything that you have. That's why people love it.
Like running that stuff on Raspberry devices and stuff like that. Yeah. He says, I was disappointed I couldn't cram more GIFs. Oh my God, the GIFs. Oh, it was like our
awesome.
day. It was our memes of the day. We just have all the GIFs in our files.
Yep.
Yeah, I hear you, man. You're bringing back some memories on that, though. And you're just waiting forever for that chug, 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 chug stuff, and then had the little light. And I'm going to tell you, that stuff corrupted all the time. It was just a nightmare.
The little light turns on and it turns.
It was the worst.
Yep.
Everyday Tech says I had the Sony Mavic digital camera back in the day, and he used the 3.5 floppy disk as memory.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
I'm
they had
talking
that
to-
special disc for the Kodaks, right? Remember, it was like a disc they used to put in the Kodak Easy. I don't know what they were. Was it a Sony? Maybe it was a Sony. Dude, it's so long ago, I can't even remember.
You're not talking about like the Polaroid stuff.
No, not Polaroid. It was like a disc, and it was.
I
in
still
that-
like Polaroids. I don't care what anybody says.
Yes. Yeah. So
Look,
I
read
like it because it's that giggly lady when she laughs. It gets you. It's this.
right there. Right there.
Yeah. Though.
Right. It's better
not like
than the other
every-
ones. It's just all white noise, and it's just like you're at the Ed Sullivan show, or
Or you got
David
the
Letterman.
the evil laugh. I have that. Remember?
I don't like the evil one. That's coming for Halloween. Just
That's
remember,
gonna come for
everybody,
Halloween.
We're doing that last week of October, I believe. We're doing the Halloween Tuesday. On mine, we're going to do just getting together. We'll have some people come on. We're going to ramp up to that. And I'm going to have an outfit there, and then I'm going to do my other outfit on your show. We're going to have people come on and do some, chat it up with the little stuff. I don't know if we're going to have any competition or anything, but we can at least do something and have fun. But yeah, the giggling is pretty good. Oh, he's not kidding. He says, I dated a Mac, and it was a TV show on Amazon. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I knew that.
I would skip right over that if I saw it. I'd be like, oh, if you're not dating Red Hat, I got to move on.
Everyone
yeah.
dates a Mac.
I know. Yep. Floppy disk died anywhere on or even the metal. Yep.
Yes.
That was the other problem. Like you would lay that stuff down near something and your homework or whatever in college, you just go zip, or your life, your bank account. They didn't have bank account. Doesn't everybody love? I don't know. I mean, I did love Polaroids, and as a kid, you just sit there. You know, your parents would take the photo, and then we thought it was cool. So the little kids, they didn't want to do this, so they would just give one to each kid, and just it's like giving them a pacifier, and they would spend like 10 minutes.
But the cool thing is you got to see if it got a good picture right from the get-go.
Yeah, you did, but
you didn't find out until you drove up, they gave you that envelope.
You'd go to the kiosk. You would go to the Kodak kiosk, drive through, you'd hand off the little cylinders. 8 months later, you'd get your photos back.
Yeah.
And oftentimes they were
horrible.
just garbage or they developed wrong.
And then you're like,
terrible.
where do those people go for breaks in those little kiosks? Like, do they
was the other
eat
thing.
lunch? Do you put a sign up on the window?
I
Do
was
you
like,
walk away?
yeah.
So
Daddy, is that a
confusing.
jail? What's going on there? No, shut up.
Disruptive.
I mean, Polaroids were terrible quality, but it was fun to get the instant feedback. It was fun as a kid, So let's play What Gear Did I Just Acquire? First clue. It made by a company that makes a lot of streaming gear. Well, I mean, my first thing would be Elgato, but
Elgato.
It's totally overpriced, Elgato, and no one should buy it new, Elgato.
Elgato.
So maybe the Elgato key lights. I don't know what Patrick would be in the market for. He's got pretty good setup.
I can't remember if he said this on his stream on Sunday night, because I feel like I might have known, but now I thought maybe he gave a hint, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he needs. I can't imagine he bought the cam by them.
No.
Okay, they just acquire made by a company that makes a lot of streaming gear. It's totally overpriced and no one should buy it
Yeah.
new.
He said
That's
you got
not
it, the key light, and that's what I was thinking too. The only thing that I could think of.
I was thinking, the key light, because every time I look at the prices on those, I literally swallow my tongue. They are really expensive. I mean, they put off great light, but I mean, for the money,
$200 each.
I just didn't. I didn't want to have to. I like our control system for our Dasneys.
Oh, I like the price. 167 for two of them.
That's the other one. Now, can you use batteries on those Elgatos? Can you? Because we can put batteries on ours. I don't know.
That's another reason why I like them.
Okay. Right from the get-go.
Right from the get-go, I knew.
That's good. I like the pun. Yeah. Good wordplay.
Plus
But
you've
yeah, I
always
mean,
got the
I think
wordplay.
we all love Polaroids. Yeah, that brought me back because that's getting back to when back in that time of the time frame of computers, Macs owned the universities. They had it. The problem Mac made is they went all in on the universities and they totally just kind of let go the at-home market and really a lot of the business market. And they didn't. That's where all the volume came in, and Windows just came in at that point, and by mass took over. And that's where they kind of fought to catch up. And it really wasn't their market. I mean, they really wanted to stay more in the end towards editing software, like high-end kind of video software, editing software, anything with that kind of photo editing. That was kind of their shtick.
Well,
but
they
I
made
know
it
that
their shtick.
they did, but they kind of had to. I mean, they really wanted to get
That's what I
into
was
that
going to say.
market.
They had to. Yeah.
They wanted to get and expand, but they
wanted
just-
to be in every house, but it just didn't happen.
They did, but Gates did it better.
Gates put it better.
I mean,
together
when you have Windows Me,
Oh my God, that was horrible.
that's going to get everybody into your Windows.
No, he bought like the mouse from, I believe, Polaroid. He bought the whole idea of using a mouse from it was Polaroid, I believe.
Was it Polaroid
who
or was
developed
it-
the mouse?
Wasn't IBM? We sure it wasn't IBM? Because Polaroid.
I believe it was Polaroid.
Okay.
And I'm not positive, but I believe it was. And then he
Yeah.
made some deal with somebody, and boom, then he got it. Oh, the funny thing is, now that he says this, Patrick, I was looking for that link or that website where he was selling his stuff, and I couldn't find it. Dude, I was watching some guy in the UK that does vMix Talk and does overlays and works with the A10 Mini. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I think I know nobody in this stream. I bought the overlays from him for vMix, and I thought nobody knows. I would know, never see anybody I know. And all of a sudden, here comes Patrick strolling in, dropping a comment. There would be nobody else that I could possibly run into
Does
but
it
it's
feel okay?
Patrick.
Let's just be honest. Doesn't it sometimes feel though like it's a real small world out there, and even on the big streams? I'm
Well-
seeing a lot. I mean, maybe we're just aware, but I'm seeing a lot of our people in a lot of these streams.
Oh yeah, but everyday tech, you wouldn't expect to see him over in the UK with some guy with the A10 Mini. You know,
I would.
it just was kind of funny.
Patrick cloned himself. We didn't tell you, but he cloned himself a while back, and yeah. That is kind of funny though. That is kind of random. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because I've seen him in
I joke, but that is
Aaron
very random.
Parecki's live streams. You know, because Tom Buck goes in there, and then Kombucha's just starting to get in there, and Dan Seabearded, I've seen him in there, because everybody that wants to learn anything about an ATEM or some really just cool stuff in general, Alan Parecki is incredible. He's technical, sometimes many times over my head with some of the stuff, but
So to anybody, kind of switching gears for a second,
go ahead.
and I'll get back to chat. No, I mean I mentioned to you earlier, but offline. But anybody check out Gerald Undone's video tonight? Today, about 6 hours ago.
I heard it was awesome.
All I hear you are mouse clicking, like
Man,
just you're
why was that one?
spazzing.
It wasn't a mouse. It was my.
I
my
mean,
stream deck.
I hear the button clicking.
There we
You're
go.
spamming it and just going crazy. So anyway, Gerald Undone did. He's like, basically talking about if he's not happy in a way. It seems to be going around where certain people reach the thing and they're like, you can go watch it. But bottom line, it's a great point of discussion when we talk about communities, and if anybody saw it, let me know. But the truth of it is, he's done a lot of stuff, and his point is, I look at everything I've got to do, and it's always the same stuff, and I'm not fulfilled. Have you heard this recently? And so this is its own virus going around the YouTube community. We need to get our own boosters for that, but. He had a good video because it was a positive view on something that could be kind of negative. He wasn't saying he was a victim, clearly, but it goes back to everything that we talk about. So again, I think it's a good video to watch to make yourself know, even at this level, what's in store, but also that you're normal, that these people are all the same, and that
Right.
we're all battling. And I thought he left it on a little bit of a cryptic stepping stone of what he's going to do, but it's clear to me that he's going to branch out. It's clear to me that he laments the idea of losing subscribers by zagging, but I think he feels like he has to do it, or there's no
That's
point
why
in doing that.
he's been doing that podcast setup where they call it Not a Podcast, which I love the name of it. And he really enjoys that because it's definitely different. But you could see like certain people are craving some different ideas, some different creativity. And, he's been running the gamut for a long time. And he's got like, I think, coming up on 300,000 subscribers too.
I think people have to realize this is no different than any other business. Now, I've done my own business before, and I saw it too on those scales. You evolve or die, and I don't mean die physically, but you die economically, potentially, obviously, but I think you die a little bit creatively and spiritually. You have to find some new things that create you passion, even if it means risking shedding some skin or shedding progress, because if not, I don't know how you're going to continue doing that. But if you haven't checked his video out and those kind of things interest you, he really interested me in the way he laid it all out. He walked around his studio, which used to be his house, and that was raw. But I thought it was well done.
And he's a pretty strong-minded guy. And he also, I think, like what you just said, Jeff, is that is really true. Like, if you stick to what you think YouTube wants you to do and what your videos are always about, and you want to stick on that because then it means growth for you, and that whole thought process of the numbers, then that's wearing, especially on a very creative mind. And then at some point you're like, well, where do I get my grounding? Where do I get my stronghold so I can feel good about the stuff that I'm doing? And so I think along the way, if you don't want to lose yourself, maybe you should be doing that from the get-go, like from day one, is incorporating some of that stuff in there, but no one wants to do that because then you think you lose.
But is
that.
ignorant bliss? Because I came out of the gate struggling. I have put together 3 other businesses along the way, and I saw the typical start, the energy, the mid run, and then eventually you have to make decision points. I chose to leave those particular businesses as they ran out for different reasons because whatever. But music wasn't one of them, although everything has a starting and an end point. I think, though, I did struggle because I kind of saw what the path was going to get to me. And I was so worried about trying to maintain some parallel paths. And that kind of tripped me up a little bit. But I think it's fair to kind of continually dabble at things that really do interest you. And maybe that does become the focus.
and
down
keep
the
your
road.
spirits up.
And to
You know,
keep your
keep your
spirits up.
happiness up. Keep your sanity up. Keep your balance in check.
It's a difficult balance, and those plates are difficult to keep in the air. I grant you that, but I think you have to keep talking about it. And people like Gerald, I applaud him for the message and the way he laid it out there. And if you look at the comments, a lot of people.
If you don't know who Gerald Undone is, I'm a huge fan of
I think
his
most
channel.
people here do. And yeah, so Cashew says, congrats on 100. Well, thank you. You people are beautiful. I don't remember what I had coming in, and probably
I
was
thought
like
you were like
100.
146.
Yeah, I think that's right. So I so appreciate you.
That's
genuinely,
awesome. Congratulations.
for doing that. It makes me feel good in the heart, and you know, I'm trying to get content out, and just that just gives me a lot of energy to keep doing that, and seeing you guys here supporting me.
He's got at
and what we're
least
trying
one
to
more
do.
day out of that right there.
I'll make it through midnight, John.
Get a solid day right there. At
Thank you,
least.
Cashew, and thank you for everybody. Seriously, it's tough because there's no way to really reach out and thank people in a way that you're feeling without looking like a puddle of goo. But I know that you and I.
Jeez.
Don't you laugh, Chief. I've seen
puddle
you
of
become.
goo.
I've seen you totally puddle and goo it when people have done things and said and bought coffees for you.
Yes.
And now you totally don't puddle and goo point at me, sir. Was that
Yeah,
aggressive?
I do. Kindness gets me a lot of times.
It does. It's okay to admit that you emote. It's fine, dude. Let it out. I mean, it's hard. It's hard because your background's so bright. It doesn't look like anybody
Sorry.
could ever be puddle of goo. My eyes hurt.
My future's so bright I have to wear shades.
What I like about
Corey
what
Hart.
I know who Corey. He wears his sunglasses.
1983.
Inside. Yeah, how old are we? So John, I want a pro tip, everybody. If you need a new key light, you don't want to spend money. Blow John's picture up, full screen, and his background will light up your studio.
What's really cool,
Joanne.
What's really cool about that
Thank you, Joanne.
is that is my mom's cousin. So it's my second
so you know
cousin.
them. Oh, that's great. That's personal.
Her I know. Yes.
Bill Gates is a sole supplier. Yeah, well, Bill Gates is buying up every piece of farmland between California and New York, and
And
I'm
just
not
so
going to
you
get
know,
all
Bill
political here, but
Gates,
it's a little scary to think what's happening here.
he owns all the genetically modified seeds to everything in the world, just about.
He does.
If you don't know that already,
He's in a perfect. He basically
position
just-
to be a trillionaire.
trillionaire or last man standing, whatever.
Whatever you want.
He's in good shape. He's going to have all the power.
And
at the end of
most
this-
people don't even know.
No, I'm going to be honest with you. It's not it's right now the only place up is second place. We're all shooting for second place. First place is already Tom.
But wait,
Tom,
aren't we
it's Bill.
YouTube?
Yeah. Why?
I feel like we're just like, we give too much information. We got to start another channel where we have like a news channel.
We should do that. We had some ideas for another channel, or we could do it on this channel though. The little review thing. We'll come up with
Yeah?
it. Nav says, I really. Shut up, man. Come on now. That was good energy. I really thought Mac was dominant in the U.S. What is dominant's relative? There's this rumor going on where I live.
It's always rumors.
Yeah. Look, I don't know what the exact numbers. I would say this. I would say that PCs are outselling them on quantity, especially worldwide. The OS is Windows is worldwide is the winner.
So if you talk to my friend Chris, who did my my logo, he works in New York City and all about, and then everyone's using a Mac on his job. They're all using Macs. So but the majority of the big companies, all the pharmaceutical companies, all the industry leaders, that have these huge companies, they're using on mostly PC stuff. So
Yeah.
that's why you're always going to outsell in that realm of,
It's hard
things.
because, you can make argument X, Y, or Z, but at the end of the day, once you have people entrenched, especially in these business accounts, they're not going to release that. So, I mean, look, what I like is they both suited, they have crossovers, and Windows has done a better job. Like now I can go in and pull up DAW systems for audio or even work with DaVinci and not feel like my life is going to turn upside down, unlike years ago. So they become much more competitive in that world. But the truth of it is Mac is still, for the pros, are really better for that type of world. And PC has a different market. So I like that they kind of straddle, but at the same time they have their own target market, if that makes any sense.
Right.
Someone said I'm at 151. Again, stop. You're killing me. No, don't stop. Everybody.
My counter froze.
My counter froze. It's 151. Oh,
Sweet.
I want to laugh, but I'm not used to getting subs yet. So every time I do, it just throws me a little bit.
Hi,
So now-
Samantha.
Samantha, how are you doing? Always good to see everybody, including yourself. I think I'm the only person left not interested in the. No, you're not.
No.
I mean, the A10 Mini is nice, but the Apple products, I'm not. I don't need them.
And
I don't hate
A10
them.
is actually really good because it doesn't put a big strain on
all
whatever
phones.
you're using, because you're multi-switching your cameras and only getting one view at a time. So that's
I just don't like that it's only
useful.
one view at a time, though. I mean, that's where I get bugged. But I mean, if that's
Yeah, but for the majority of the people, that's splendid.
That's true. That's true. They're not
And
going to
it's
do a bunch
easy
of
of a
overlays.
push of a button.
All right, you've convinced me, sir. Apple
But
products.
I'm with them. I mean, I've used Apple products for a long time, but for the last, I think,
I don't have
3
anything.
years?
I don't have anything negative to say about Apple products other than they're cultish, overpriced, and they're. I'm just kidding. I just the subs go down to 141, 132. I'm kidding. I
I used to laugh a lot about it though, like because Apple would be like, "Oh, it's Apple, it's Apple." I'm like, dude, it's
I
all
know.
Intel product
they're all
inside.
using. They were for a while there. It was all Unix too. I just look. I'm with you. I'm not interested in it because I'm fully immersed into my the Windows world and the Android world. And at some point, for me, committing to something and staying with it made much more sense than to go.
But I'm glad they're making their own chips though, because that is
I
a
am
good
too.
thing.
I think that's great. I do.
That's
for
great for
everybody.
the industry.
That's absolutely true. And
Yep.
they push. And let's be honest, Apple really pushed Windows to get their stuff
Act
together.
Yeah, if
Because
you don't have
Windows-
that competition,
Yeah,
it's
I
not a
mean,
good thing.
They were a mess for decades, and
Yep.
really took Apple to to really push them, and that was a big deal.
Yes.
And maybe some vice versa, but for quality and other things, it was Mac who pushed that. Patrick said, I saw John on the Here to Record from
Yep.
John Baker in Sweden.
I forgot it wasn't UK, it was Sweden. That's
Still,
right.
that is so random. He's in the same circle as Aaron Parecki, yep, and also has a great software called H2R Graphics. That is really interesting. How do
There's
I not know this
Elo in the
person?
house.
I saw Elo. I wanted to
Hello.
drop a hello, and thank you for stopping in and saying hello. I appreciate it. I hope you were
What's
well,
going
sir.
on?
Yeah.
And then Mommy Guide's there too.
Yeah, I see people dropped in here.
Nice.
Oh, what time is it by her? It's 9:40 in the morning, right? She's 12 hours from you.
12 hours
so
difference.
It's 8:40 my time by her. Well, she's up. Yeah, she's got to get moving. I get that.
It's 9:40 by you.
Oh, it's 9:40 by me. I thought she was 12 hours by your Eastern
Yeah, she's
time.
not. It would be 9:40 by her a.m.
But based on
No.
my time or your time?
No,
That's
it's
right.
10:40 a.m. over there.
Okay.
10:40
Hours my
a.m.
time. Okay. See, math is not our thing. Love the talk. I started NBL in order to remain. In order to remain relevant in my career.
Wow.
The No Brainer Language channel. That's the one thing I intend to do forever. So it kind of gets back to what we were talking about, where you're straddling something, maybe you're really interested, it's something you want to hold on either for legacy or it's just something you want to hold on to. And I'm just in a position right now where I'm just trying to get my feet. But I do think about those things, and I think it's a great discussion to have. And that's kind of good. I think that's a great way to go, honestly. A lot of highs, a lot of hoes, a lot of ha-ha hoes. Patrick, hey. Mommy,
Got a
nice
lot
to
of
see you.
comments.
I know. I'm trying to. I should
Hi, Mommy
scroll down.
Guide.
Hi, Mommy Guide. How are you doing?
What's up, Lala?
So, I was trying to think. Yeah, we were in there Saturday morning. That was the last time I saw Mommy.
Yep.
Doing her thing. I don't know. I don't know how they have time for all that stuff. They do so much work. I can barely get it together to come on the show and talk about tech, much less put together all that crash, run the show. I don't want to say it's a circus, like it's
Plus,
a
she's
negative thing.
running so much. It's not just one.
No,
you know,
I mean,
it's like
she's got
four-
a whole, I'm telling you.
4 people coming in at least.
She's,
You know, 3.
by the way, she's also talking more than one language. She also, I asked her about the grid paperwork because I was curious. It looked like it had both. And she's running, because I have a wood shop. I know, I'm always interested in metrics versus the Imperial. And they're using both. And I was told because of the people that had sort of invaded their property there in that area that they ended up utilizing both the metrics and the Imperial measuring systems, so they got to deal with so many different things there.
Yeah.
It's quite impressive. What's this? Oh, so Blind Guy and his wife said, I think he does own Honeycrisp seeds, those apples. Yes. That was the other thing. Yeah. So all the seeds, all that type of,
Yeah, because Kombucha said something about
yeah,
that.
all back to the,
Yeah.
wait, no. Linux got a bunch of love here now. We
Got love
the-
from us because
Got love from us. We love the red hats
Yeah.
and stuff. Come on now.
I used to mess with that all the time, but now
And
I
then
just
wasn't it
don't
you,
really.
Ubuntu, that came out and they're like, oh, we got
Ubuntu.
the GUI for you. I didn't like it. It was a little slow.
And then then I think they went
Yes.
out to the market.
This is what I think Xerox.
Oh, it was
started all the
Xerox.
desktop- So it was Xerox with the. I think it's
That's
somebody
what it
else.
was.
Yeah.
What did I say? Right? What did I say again? Oh, I
Polaroid
said
or something.
Polaroid, right?
I'm like Polaroid. How would Polaroid have?
That's what I
a
meant.
mouse
It was
clicker?
Xerox. Yes, it is
It
Xerox.
was Xerox, and they had a
I
couple.
was waiting for
things
someone to
patented.
check, actually. So I'm glad someone did.
Someone's checking our math.
No, I'm glad because
No, I am too.
now that he said it, I was like, yep, it's Xerox. And it literally got it for nothing. I think they basically gave it to him, right? And then he goes up to,
gunpoint.
I think he went up to Washington or something, and he was hanging around this software developer, and he literally bought the first Windows for like $300 or something. It was something ridiculous.
Yeah, it was so rough too, but it was such
He
a
made
future.
huge deals.
Once they had the GUI and once they had the little mouse, the interface, it was over. It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's just amazing to see how things start. And I think I mean, I'm not going to turn myself into Gates here, but you have to remember they were taking risk. They really had no idea. They were in a wild west. It's okay to not know where you're heading, but just keep putting it out there,
Miss Brian's got a question back here. Did you get that?
Did I miss it? I'm sorry.
Brian's got a queue with a question at 10:35.
Sorry, Brian. Oh my, 9:35 my time. Sorry, Brian. I'm way late. Question, guys. What was the worst piece of streaming equipment? Oh boy,
That's a good question.
it's a good question. Give me a
For,
second. I'm
for you,
thinking.
it's probably a camera. He just laughs.
I hate you. I hate you. You don't like that 5100, dude. Look at it. Not that. Not
That's
that.
Darlene.
Darlene.
That's Darlene.
She's the best thing. Darlene, I'm sorry. You're not my 5100. I'm such an ass.
What's my worst piece of
the
streaming?
5100 is not the problem here. It's the lens ish.
Everything was a great learning process, and I think I've told this right. And this is gonna be the title of my video when I do it someday. When I do the 14 that I need to do, it's gonna be called "Fighting the Lighting," and that is
This is your thumbnail.
my
You're looking
biggest
at a
thing. Yeah, it's
softbox.
gonna be me against like some LEDs or something.
No, you should put on like a sumo wrestling outfit, diapers.
I don't have to put one on, all right? So it's going to be fighting the lighting, and basically I'm going to take down the lighting like I have, which is, you buy a couple different sets of lights that you think are going to be beneficial for you. You realize that you're just trying to chase something because you don't want to spend the money, because everything about YouTube became spending some money, and you didn't want to go overboard, but you find out that the lighting has just become so important. And that was my biggest,
I mean, I have to say,
my
I
biggest,
think
like,
you and I took knowledge drop. You and I took kind of the same-ish route where we had a pattern of how we were going to go out and acquire things cheap, learn, then next step. And so we never felt burned. We never felt like we had to really return it. Now those those LED. I would say the worst thing, but again, it was learning experience with those little LED lights with the little film that we both have.
Yep.
On the stands.
I have them still.
They have a purpose, but they're pretty limited. But they
Yeah.
but they were still great experience. I don't have anything though. That's a great question. I don't have anything that I would call worst.
But those little lights, I bought those for
$35
$29 or
$30,
$31. They're like $42 now.
I know.
So they're up like 25%.
I still have them. I didn't return. Like I don't have anything that I returned because I thought they were just absolute letdown garbage. That's really interesting. I don't have anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm really happy with what I've done in the journey to this point. Now, next week,
Everything else has been a learning curve. So it's like, if I got the piece of equipment, I learned from it. So I can't complain. And then Thursday, I'm going to go over my journey of basically the audio interface journey that I took. So that's what I'm going to talk about.
That's a good
Thursday.
journey. I have quite a journey on that myself, but I got in the weeds. You know, look, you don't like the 5100. I get you, but here's the thing. This thing
Who
only
doesn't?
cost again.
That's Darlene.
Darlene's going to sue me. Again,
I didn't like it because it didn't focus good. It focused horrible.
Look at this focus. Look at that. I need a better f-stop lens on here. But look,
No, nobody here wants to admit it because everybody's got a Sony. But in regular HD, a Canon usually looks better.
I would agree. But for $350 to learn what a camera is about, I can't say that it was. When you say worst, I can't say that it was a bad learning experience. If I had a proper lens on there, and I think that but then again, the problem is I don't think I would spend the money on it. I'd put it into a new, ZV-1 or something. So I'm going to probably get rid of this body with the thing. And
There's always ways to make it look better. But then if you're going to go and put a $300 and something lens on it,
that's my point. Then put it into another thing. So that's a great question. I can't say that I have anything that's worse that bothers me. It was a relevant quote at the point. Yes, it was just last week.
That's true. That's 50%, bro.
Yeah, so it was pretty quick.
God,
but
if I could go up 50%, I'd be set.
You would. You're looking for that last little foot prop to get you over the mountain, but you're getting there. I've got yes. I don't know why, but it seemed like you guys were so great to me, and there were people in your stream, by the way, Corey and Laquita, that were so generous to come over here. You have a very kind stream and chat, and they came and were very supportive, as were others, and I am very appreciative of that because it really helped me with some energy when I needed it, and it has gone quick. And I hope that I can, not hope, but I will push harder on my other content and keep put that trust in that going forward. So I will.
This is good having, listen, I know there's help everywhere. Right? For the most part, you can get kind of help, but I think the great thing is that we've stepped into a couple different communities where I put ourselves out there. Yeah. And part of it is a lot of the people that, Corey and Laquita, a blind guy, his wife and their life, and, Lala and Tommy and Tracy, like all these people they work with, eBay resellers, crafty people that are all in this type of business where they're all doing their YouTubing. And then you got blind guy, his wife and their life. They have a lot of people just using StreamYard, getting started, have a lot of questions about things. Yeah. And been really fortunate to be able to extend myself out and, ask a lot of questions, and I answer a lot of questions, and I DM people. And it's been great because we get to use whatever our knowledge is to help them. And they're very, very appreciative that someone can take the time to do that, because it's hard to nail down a lot of people and to also have like many different views, not just one, right? Because
a lot of different, So it's not
money guides your way. So you gotta know more than just one way to go.
Yeah, it's true. And here is another example where, yes, you do love what you do, and you do appreciate everything, all the people that have helped you, from Sammy, us, to everybody. And
Sammy's another one.
Here's another one. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to
Sammy
jump down
goes
here.
out there. He helps, and he
helps everybody. Yeah. Just to follow up here, I think the one or two engineers from the GUI project from Xerox got to work for Steve. I bet you. I mean, why wouldn't you bring that brain talent in that pool over there.
Especially back then, there was a lot of
You know what,
happening.
Brian? Maybe we kind of do a little side video on that. How to make my 5100 not make John want to vomit in his brain.
use more light.
Well, you're not wrong, but I don't want these. I mean, I can do that. That would be obviously
What
the way.
you want and what that camera is going to do with that lens are two different things.
Well, but that's the answer. I could go the lens route too.
Yeah,
I can either money or I can take what I have and make it brighter and make my eyes go blind.
There you go.
I
So
don't
now you
really-
figured it out.
I already know that, but I'm just.
Right.
I don't want the lights brighter, so I actually just did this last second to make you nuts. Here, just for you.
Why don't
No,
you
it's not that
push the ISO up more?
I did for a while. And it was so grainy, I just left it.
Was it really?
Yeah, I mean it's okay.
Yeah.
I'll do it for when you're talking later. I did all that. I'm not a neophyte. I know how I can get it brighter, use the ISO, screw around with that stuff. I just at the end of the day, I just
Well,
want to leave it.
here's the thing, Sammy. I don't like the 5100 because basically
You don't like the autofocus.
I don't want
on
to
it.
spend the money on it. You know, like if you can get that thing for $250, that's different. But if you're spending $400 on
You
it,
can't.
no,
That's the
I don't
joke.
want
And
it.
it is shocking how much it still costs used on eBay for just the
Yeah.
body. And it at this point, I wouldn't do it. At the point I did it because I didn't know anything, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take this, jump into the hot tub, and go.
Why haven't you sold it yet?
Because I haven't. I don't know. I'm playing with it yet, trying to learn, and it's not a problem.
But you have your main camera.
I know I do. I love my new main camera.
Okay.
Because I don't know what I'm going to use for my second camera yet, so I just kept it around to have it, just in case I needed it. You know, there's really no rush, I don't
Yeah.
think. I do want to have the second one, though, for a really good secondary shot. That's for true.
I want my fourth camera. That's what I want.
She says to your mom, my Wednesday and Friday is not complete if I don't have JA and Coffee Talk and Tech. And Samantha and of course Sammy.
Yep.
Yeah, there's such a love
So that's
a love
my-
fest for that. I do love that.
It's my Thursday morning. I usually catch her when I'm strolling into work.
And Sammy wants to know if I'm going to sell the 50. I am eventually going to sell it. Yeah, it's definitely going to go.
Sammy's looking for a second camera.
I'm sure he's already getting. He's probably got another 6400 coming. He's up there. Hey guys, I really could use a 6400. Oh my god! But I see he has the curtains up. That was good. There was something back here I wanted to check.
Oh, look,
on.
he's offering you right on the stream. He's offering you money.
I'll give you 200.
I'll give you 200.
Any of my eBay people out there help me negotiate. I'm not a good negotiator. I'm thinking of giving it to someone that needs one, and I want him to start. All right, let me chew on it for a minute. Okay, you give me a minute. We'll talk off stream. If you come back, you know. She's like, I'll give you that 201 for it.
Yeah,
All right. Yeah. Well,
I would too.
you got, yeah, 201. Now we're talking.
That's a good deal. I might have to get in on this.
Darlene's like, one day we'll have to hook up webcam to see what it's like. Hey, yeah, when you're ready and you want to hook that sucker up, put it up there. Take a chance. That's kind of what I did one day. I bought, my first camera was a Jellycomb. There were no 920s when I was looking a year ago, or more than a year ago now. And so the only thing I could find HD-wise was the Jellycomb $19 HD cams. I bought 4 of them because I thought that'd be cool. Stick them all in here, run OBS, see what happens. And you know what? With decent light, it looked okay. People were shocked. Once I
it.
started putting good light, they were like, and that's how I learned, A, how important lighting was, B, that's when I stopped and started dumpster diving into everybody's how to light properly. 3-point lighting, one single point lighting, whatever, overhead lighting. And I took a dumpster dive into that world. Best thing I ever did. Lighting is
I lit
such
my
your best friend.
background up too bright today a little bit.
I have to say, I think you overreached.
I did.
You may have pulled a muscle making that so bright.
I didn't have
Ups
much
and over
time.
there. Well,
Someone
Something
pulled
came
me
up.
away. It's all right.
What is this? What is this? And I passed up the you and Brian were doing the whole. This is cracking me up. Yeah. You'll see these. Are you offering 1,000? Because Sammy, you and I could have we might be able to make a deal. We might have to clinch one tonight.
You could definitely get 300 for it though.
Yeah, you can. It's if you want to play the game, you can go on eBay and easily get 300 right now for it. But that shocks me on some level that it's getting that money. But it is.
And I could have got. Remember, I could have got a ZV-1 for $450, and I still can. Still hasn't sold.
that ZV-1 you were telling me about.
Yeah.
It had the Ulanzi as well. Does that have
No,
one?
just
No.
the camera.
But the Ulanzi cap's only like $35 or something, right?
It was 40 on sale, which Black Friday's
No.
coming. You'll get it for 40 again.
That's still not that bad for a package.
No, I don't think it's bad at all. It's a freaking great camera. Like
All right, wait a
people
minute.
don't know
So,
how good it is. It's
Let
really
me just back
a
up
great
a
camera.
second. So it's a ZV-1. Did it have like a case or anything else with it, or was it just strictly like a standalone?
I'll have to
like,
check again, but
take a look. I might for 400.
might be stolen, but still, it's good.
I don't care. I don't care about the VIN number.
He was going to meet me.
I don't
so
care if it's scratched VIN number off of it or whatever. It's not my problem.
We're going to meet behind the FBI building in Newark. So
Wow. So he wants to trade me the U87 for the 5100. Yeah, that
Sounds like
probably
I wouldn't do it if I were you.
the cautionary tale. Don't do it. Oh, are you serious? Are you gonna? Would you swap your 32 key Stream Deck that you got
I got a
Yeah.
good deal on that though.
on yours that you got? But
Yeah.
Brian was another one of those that got Air. He
But
bought
now I'm
Air.
like mad. I wish I didn't spend my money from my credit card points on the one Stream Deck I bought, which is literally brand new that I sold to you. But it worked out because then I used that money towards the 32.
That really helps when you're doing all this.
I
stuff.
looked for months. I just couldn't find the deal. And then all of a sudden, of course, when you buy it, then you find the deal. So
Yeah, I have to say at $400, I have to get my head back in the game. I might have to if that's still around, John. If you do,
no, it wasn't
happen to-
400, but
What was
it? It was 450.
Well, that's
Yeah,
$450.
It's a great deal at 550.
I know. That's why I'm like, yeah, if that's still around, I might have to do that and just get rid of this 5100 and just negate it out. Honestly, that's a better way to go. So I might have to look at trying to push some things here. But I mean, look, I am going to be on the lookout for probably the ZV-1. The 10 is nice. I just don't know that I want to pay the price for what that is right now. That's your shot of your ZV-1, right?
There it is.
Yeah. So
Oh,
it
that
seems
just works really good.
It seemed
I
to
love it.
handle your low light pretty well. Now that you said it's a 1.8 f-stop on that, right?
Yeah, at its lowest, which you go one heartbeat with that zoom and it goes to 2.8.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that's the way it works.
All right. Still, I take the 1.8. If the deal's 450, I will give you the money. So I think maybe he wants the camera.
Oh,
He's been-
is that what he's saying to me?
I think he's bidding against me on
He
that.
wants me to make the deal for him. I'm going to make deals. Listen, there's a transaction fee in between. I just want to let you know.
Say, yeah,
It's going to cost you coffees.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So he got his E10 today.
Yeah. He told me
cool.
earlier, and because we've been talking back and forth, and he was like, I don't know.
That's
I'm
really
going to get it. I'm going to get it soon. And I thought I was going to get mine now, but I'm trying to be patient. But you know how hard that is, right? Because I don't need to have a fourth view. It's not like I have to have it. So
Yeah, you have quite a few views of yourself right now.
So the whole thing is, I would like to have the ZV-10, but I think that I don't know if we will. I doubt we'll get a deal on Black Friday, but maybe
think
they'll
so.
add something to a package or something where it's worthwhile. I don't know.
I don't know. I
Like
think
maybe
what
for
I'm looking
50 bucks extra, they throw in that handle. I don't know.
That's not enough for me.
We'll see.
It's not enough for me.
Dr. Elo.
Hi, Merlin. What's going on with Elo's world?
I don't know. We have to have him on a stream.
I know we need
though.
to have him on. I was thinking the same thing.
We got to
Dr.
start
Elo,
getting
what's
some
what's-
people
what-
on.
Does Dr. Elo have a wish list item? We asked everybody what their next wish list. I was just
Yeah.
curious, Elo, if you had a wish list
Something,
item. We
anything
always,
big. There's another guy with fourth view. We can.
yeah,
we
I'm
need to
not
get
gonna. He's just gonna say something bad about me.
about you, but you don't need. I want to. I'm
Steve,
kind
were
of.
they in the house? Let's just give him a proper hello.
This is what I'm going to do. Okay, this is the plan for me.
All right, what's that?
I'm going to probably do some type of small stream over the weekend.
Okay.
I would really like to have a third person come in, so this way we can have a third person jump in, and I can mess around with my having a third person and switching things
For the
around.
VMix.
Yeah,
So
with
you're
vMix.
working on some like multiple people vMix options. And by the way, the word on the street is I'm going to do my first vMix stream next Tuesday night here. So
Oh, fuck.
I'm going to host I'm going to go all vMix.
Are you ready?
No. You know what? I'm as ready. I've been reading up. I've been playing around. I have some things to flush out yet that a good friend of mine who lives in New Jersey is going to help me with. And yeah, I feel like I could pull off
Sammy?
a simple. Yeah. I know. I knew you were going to say that. He would help me. If you don't help me, you're not a good friend if you don't help me.
Of course I'm going to help you.
I know you would. So Steve says his next wish list is
Okay.
the V10. Now he's
And
got
then-
the V1, and that's fine. But he
Elo's saying a Roadcaster Pro. see
man,
that?
we've keep hearing this.
So what's your time frame on that? What are you looking like? How soon you looking to get a Roadcaster Pro?
I know why you're asking.
Just
I know why
keep
you're asking.
keep it on your back burner because I might want to do like one more video with the Roadcaster, and
I
then
knew we were
I might.
going-
There
you
could
might
be
do
a
it.
possibility of selling it, so that's why I'm saying. But I mean, I'm going to sell it for a good price. It will sell. It will sell no matter what I put it up.
I've gotten
for
a couple
because-
things from you, and you've always been good to me on the prices. And of course, you always keep your equipment immaculate, which I do. I keep every box, everything, keep
No
everything
time
really clean. And I mean, I didn't really appreciate you putting peanut butter on my mic that you sent
Yeah.
me, but that was weird. That was so weird.
There's no peanut butter. But okay, so he says there's no time frame. So I mean, if you find something along the way, but
No time.
I will keep it in mind because I want to do one more video. The problem is I love it because it's so useful for a lot of things. And I'm trying to think in my head if it makes sense to get rid of it. But
See,
I
I'm on
just
the
know
fence.
how I am.
Here's
I know
the
how I'm
thing.
getting. I keep
know.
on if something sits for a lengthy amount of time, it just doesn't make sense to keep it.
And there's always something new. So
Yeah, but the Roadcaster's good. They always
I mean, I would
improve
love the
software.
Rodecaster, but again, if I need a 2-input system because I want to test multiple mics, do this, I can get a Motu 2. Although I think I'm going to get the 8-channel Focusrite 8-channel for the drums, and I could always use that as my interface if I want to put multiple mics in for testing. So I would probably, I think I'm going to go that route. I just don't think I'm going to get the value out of a Rodecaster. I think it's a great piece of equipment if you have the purpose for it.
Right.
Whose is this? Oh shit! Oh, good because I was just getting.
damn.
I was just getting my confidence up by all the beautiful people who subbed earlier, and Steve came in here and just ran me over like a train.
Yep. Didn't even
Yeah.
care about him.
He just didn't even care. He just made me feel like,
Ow.
yeah, I know. There's like tracks all over my back now. So Brian says my next wish list item is the Sony. Oh God. The A7 IV, as long as it could shoot
can shoot
10-bit,
10-bit,
7K
7K.
downscale, 4K video.
That's what the
Late-
rumor is. That's
Yep.
what the rumor is.
So, hey, Brian, what do you think that's going to go for? What do you think? What do you think? I mean, he might know what the suggested might be already.
There's a rumor out there for the body. It's going to go for about 20. Am I incorrect, Brian, when I say this? I thought it was they were talking about maybe, can't be right? 2,500 for the body?
It's going to be more than I'm going to spend.
About 3K.
Yeah, I think it's great. I can't justify it. I can't even make a YouTube video
No.
straight up. So John, don't be upset with me. I just picked up the Audien ID4 MK2.
Yeah, I thought he had that when we did the stream this past week where I jumped on. Did you have that already, Steve? Because I thought you mentioned it, but I wasn't sure. I mean, that's a good setup, and I've been using my Wave XLR, and I absolutely love it because it's just so versatile for streaming. It just lets me do so much for streaming that I've been
great, yeah.
wanting to do since day one. So
Yeah, it's funny how you've evolved. And I started out with the collection, which you were interested in.
I
and then
wanted it.
You wanted, but they were
I was ready to
short
buy it.
on. They were short on stock, which would have been interesting to see your.
No, this is
different-
before anything happened. I didn't get it. The only reason I didn't get it is because they were having the resetting problems a lot.
Okay. Oh, okay. It would have been interesting to see your trajectory if you'd have gotten the mini as opposed
Yeah.
to the Rodecaster, because it does change those things. But you you've slowly come back to things and even gotten into the whole thing with needing faders like me, and solve that problem and things like it's been an interesting evolution, which
Oh, yeah.
makes it
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
Darlene, by the way, says talking about packing, the coffee cup had A1 packaging, which is great in case anybody's here running late. Our good friend Darlene, the wrong one.
That's not Darlene. That's me.
Darlene, who, by the way,
Got the Green Bay
funniest
Packers
thing,
shirt.
we mailed this thing out. Darlene won this of people from all over the world. Darlene is literally like 20 minutes up, and I drive past her address quite often to go to my brother-in-law's. I know exactly the area. It's so weird that we shipped that cup to there, and that's the person who won of all the people. But it's fun, and the Packer, you had me at Packers, so that's cool.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That is really awesome. And she won a that was on the Saturday just mess around one we did. So
Yes. Yeah, that was fun. We had a blast that day.
yeah,
with
we
that.
did. It was so much fun, and we did that little giveaway. About 3K, so you were right. And Sammy says Sammy wants to use his if he gets it for live streams. Okay,
For
I
what?
can
He wants to get what?
the
What does Sam
Rodecaster Pro, but
want? Him too?
yeah, but then he does say, then do it more in person and more input, so that would make more sense for at that point. I hope people realize it's not audio routing and other things just not come with that. So you might want to really check on that if you have other things you do live streaming.
Well, they have the ASIO drivers that lets you like break it up in the DAW,
Yeah.
and so that's great. But you have to
not-
realize like your 7 and 8, which will be your USB slider, right here that's your 7 and 8 right here.
Hang on.
This is your USB slider, right? So you might be able to put like one thing onto that, but then say you want to play like separate music. You can't send it to this and this unless you're plugged in or using Bluetooth. So I'd have to plug something in to use music. I just want to have it on my computer. I want to be able to play and stream from it. I don't want to connect a phone to be able to stream my music. Then 13 and 14 run the sound pads. And then the only way I got anything to work music wise in like StreamYard was through the sound pads. And then all these are just separate mics right here. So then your 1 and 2 is your outputs, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's all your outputs right there. And so it doesn't do everything you want it to do, but it does a lot of amazing things because look, you got 4 XLRs. Every time I would do mic comparisons, it was just so easy to do it on here.
Yeah.
You can plug in one of your smartphones and use it for something else, and that's great. You got 4 headphone jacks. You got your output for your mics. You got an SD card because you can hit record and then record to the SD card and also to your hard drive right off the bat. So if you're an interview person, you got a power button right here. This is the other direct power. Plus, you can also plug this in with a USB power bank and literally not have it plugged in at all. So does it do a lot of great things? Mix minus built in. Plus, you have all the other processing. So there's a lot of great things, but you just got to figure out what you think you need and what you don't need. And that's the benefit of
Yeah, but I mean, that's all great. People hear that and they go,
Right.
"Gotta have it." And I'm going to tell
Gotta
you,
have it, but
you
are
probably
you using
don't.
any of that?
if you're not doing podcasts, if you don't do podcast even by yourself, because even if you do podcasts by yourself, it is nice to have the ability to put that on the SD disk, I suppose. But I mean, you could do it right to your computer as well. But there are some advantages to that. But other than that, again, if you're just a streamer for the most part, you're not going to branch out and need that 2 XLR option. I think the Rodecaster Pro is a mistake. For the money, I think it's an absolute mistake unless you have an absolute purpose for it. I think you're better off going with the Wave XLR or even the Gold XLR if you have.
I think people love the fact, right? A lot of people just want to get it for the processing built in, period.
Oh, God. Okay.
A lot of people do.
Why?
I don't know, but
Why?
I know
What are these people doing that they need all this processing? We have zero
Steve needs
processing.
the sound. Steve, he's got to sound better
Please.
than everybody.
Steve has a built-in de-esser right in his throat. I don't even. All you guys already have great voices.
He wants that dreamy voice that he has, and he.
Steve's down. I can't even talk as low. I'm a little boy when I talk next to Steve.
He's got
But
the
if I could-
DBX, bro.
if I could do
He's
that,
got the
then-
286. He's got to have everything low noise floor, sounding really good. And I get it.
I understand that, but let's also have a conversation about how much of that's being compressed out if you're doing live streams through most of these things, unless you're going a little more high fidelity.
Well, on
like
YouTube,
you
it makes a difference, but
Nah.
I don't know. He sounds pretty good. I have to admit.
No, he does sound good. I'm just being devil's advocate, kind of crusty.
The
DBX
he sounds really good.
Yeah, that actually makes a big deal actually on the front end. But I mean, okay, fine. So maybe that would do good, but then
Oh, you didn't do what I told you?
no. What did you tell me to do?
You don't listen. Hope you got some mods.
I do have mods in here. Where are they at? I don't know. Oh, this guy's back. Okay. Well, we're gonna kick him out. And thanks, man. I appreciate the deleted messages. We're getting to them. He's being deleted, but let me also block him here. Hey, Adolf.
There you go.
You're awesome. Love you. I hope that worked out for you.
Yeah, but you don't have the block words in.
No, I was busy. I was busy fixing my computer.
I was busy. What you gonna do is copy and paste it. Oh God.
I wanted to see if this guy would come back. Apparently,
Yeah.
apparently this person likes the stream, so I figured, Oh my goodness, whatever.
He was timed out, but you got to make sure he doesn't.
I
come
blocked.
back
I
to-
blocked. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll put those words in. I'm going to be honest. What happened besides my computer? I told you this morning. I really messed up my back this weekend. In fact, I'm going to cut the stream short tonight because of it. I'm really uncomfortable, and so I tried. My little dog got underneath me, and I tried not to kill it by
I don't want to
stepping
hear
on
the
it.
rest of the story.
And I went in the wrong direction. Well, it really hurt, man. I'm not killing you. I couldn't even get off the floor for like 10 minutes. It really scared me. So my back's actually in pretty bad shape right now. So I have had other things going on. But yeah, I'm sorry that Mr. Adolf. Do you think it's a real Adolf? Like I always wonder if it's a real Adolf. So did we take care of this person for a minute? Okay.
Steve is funny. He's like, yeah, you want to cut it short after 2 hours, dude.
Have you ever watched a John stream? Have you ever seen a John stream? Yeah.
Mine are funnier a little bit though.
Wow. Is it? Really? You sure? Jay's busy. Lead us day 7 trolls. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. I mean, I care that you people ought to see that because it's gross stuff, but I don't. Other than that, I don't really care. Zen the man's moment to shine. Zen wasn't in here to pull his wrench out. Was the problem. Brian was in here, I think, taking care of some business, so that was cool. But Steve says here, by the way, I rarely use my sound pads as I live stream. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people use them, but I still love the RCP.
Well, I would use them
them
because that was the only way I got music to pull into StreamYard effectively. Because then if you try to pull it in, if you're using echo cancellation just to make sure, then it was really hard to pull it in from anything else but that.
Yeah.
The sound pads, and then you could hook a phone up, and then but when you try to run the music through StreamYard with echo cancellation on, it really just sounds crummy. It's not even worth using it, but we've done that and it doesn't sound good.
Yeah, the 286 actually is really good for front end DSP. For sound processing, and it's really the standard go to for a lot of people in that chain. So,
He's laughing at you in this picture too.
I don't care. He's always. I know that's the only time he uses his pictures when he comes out here.
He was like, "Yeah, I wished JA was here on the stream too."
Yeah, he wishes that. So, there we go. So, our little guest that dropped in says, "I'm just liking your video." Thank you, man. Thank you for just liking it. Appreciate the.
Doesn't stop.
Just goes. Waiting for that shit to stop. That's a long one. Or did you keep hitting it? Did you keep hitting it? Oh God. Thank you,
No.
Kesha. Yeah, it's. I've never hurt my back before, and that one spooked me because I thought, oh God, I can't get up, and blah blah blah.
I've been there.
But is ice? I always get mixed information for this. Is ice better? Is heat better?
Yeah, you gotta. you want to. It depends on what is actually hurt, but yeah. Ice is really good because it helps with all the swelling effects and everything. But
Yeah.
yeah, you can cycle things. You just got to be careful. I always used ice more than I ever used heat.
Yeah, me too. I'm not a fan of it, but I've always used it too for swelling or whatever. And Cashew says that Adolf hit a channel that she modded for the other night as well. Probably gets around. Looks like like a pro idiot, so that's cool. So I'm honored you dropped in and all the way from these other channels. I thought I'd be the only one.
You don't. So you have no protection right now again.
No, I got Brian and Zan. They're out there with their wrenches.
And me, yeah.
I hear you. I got the list. I'll put it in.
All right.
I'm just trying to show people how it happens.
How it works.
How it works.
One step at a time.
We're not kind of got to do this stuff overnight. Here we go. Sammy says, "What's the easiest way do you think to do audio for an interview?" Oh, well, that's a big question. Depends.
Yeah, like how's your setup? You're like, what do you plan on
You mean
doing?
is it in person? Because you do plenty of interviews not in person. So I mean, are you saying for in person, Sammy? Let us know.
That's why I'm saying, like, you could literally take this Rodecaster, and if you just want audio, you can take this and you could sit it on a table, and you could bring 2 mics and headphones, and you could literally have an interview right there and record it.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's great. I had thought maybe I'm going to get one of those as well. It's so cool, and I'll do and then after a while, I realized I'm not going to really use it anytime soon. But man, there are some great things for it. I really like our setup. It doesn't have the offboard processing. It doesn't. Now the GoXLR does. It's great.
Yeah. That's why I think that they're saying again, but don't ever buy it because they're saying in the Wave Elgato Wave XLR software they're going to add compression and et cetera and et cetera.
I think they will. So that's why it's worth waiting out for. But it's that.
I hope
that's going to make then a harder decision for the RCP.
I could use a de-esser.
Yeah, I would love to have a little processing course. So, Brian, are you serious? I've heard of people throwing their back out actually washing their hair. I figured your beard would actually do it for a week. Yeah, it's getting better. I can't run. I think tomorrow I might do a light walk or jog and get back into it. I'm uncomfortable, but I'm not. I'd say the first day, yeah, no, it was bad. Seriously, do take it easy, but you're not going to get any.
No one cares.
I don't like the direction that this is taken. I laid out my pain, and you guys.
Steve is the only person that was, honest to say. Yeah.
No protection. Jay Hayes crabs. I don't know. I like lobster better. Crabs are okay. Also use protection, dude. Yeah. Oh, here we go. That was an excellent demonstration of professionally handling a troll in your live stream. Yeah, and I had to handle it with John literally pushing my head underwater going, see what you did? See what you did?
He doesn't see it right away. I
saw it. I
was wondering you were going to do something. It was like going on and on.
Here's the thing, John. I did see it, but I didn't want to panic, A. B, I do have 1 or 2 guys in here who are modding, and you're a mod. And
I was running to this. I'm in the stream, actually, and I was running to pull up the stream to do it.
I figured rather than make you go have your hair on fire, you would just calmly go over and tackle it.
Well, I wasn't looking at our stream on.
It is hard to do when you're on even co-hosting. And the truth of it is, you did
could've
send me
kept
the
it up.
list. You did send me the list, and as Cashew says, this is a demonstration of what happens when I took. Now, I will say I appreciate the mods who took care of it.
Yeah.
They handled it, and that is the appropriate way. Obviously, this person should not come in. But again, I thank you for the algorithm bump. Got that going for us. I mean, not one of us are going to buy into your triple K BS, but other than that aside, whatever, dude. I've seen worse. Sammy says, I saw a video for VST plugins on Twitter with the Wave XLR.
Well, it won't be plugins. They're going to add VSTs to the Wave XLR software.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They'll get it going. They'll get that going.
Unless he's talking about something different.
I don't know. Maybe send us the link. Brian's, blind guy and wife says, Brian, just wait till it rains next time for shampoo. Yeah, that's. Luckily, I don't think I actually did any disc thing. It was like a stupid little muscle thing. Here we go. But I obviously love Jeff, and he knows it. I just have to keep him humble. Keep me down, Steve. You try to keep me down. He's keeping baby in the corner. That's what this is. This is putting baby in the corner.
It's fighting the lighting.
Huh?
Don't fight the lighting.
Who's fighting the lighting?
Fighting the lighting.
Is that someone said? Or what are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm just saying things.
You say things like just out of random stuff. I had a thought, and I forgot. So you went on by the way, Steve, I appreciate that invite. I'll get back to you in a direct message at some point. And
he says Jeff's going to have his virtual person get back to you. Hit your virtual person, and then we'll set something up, right, Jeff?
Oh, the virtual assistant. The virtual assistant that contacted me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have my virtual assistant contact your virtual assistant.
Virtual assistant.
Do you get to name your virtual assistants? Or do they come with their names? Because I'm going to name mine something fun.
Why? His wasn't named something fun?
I think it was like Anna or something. It was okay.
Oh.
You're a smooth criminal troll. He is smooth, though. He's too smooth for his own.
Smooth criminal.
He's just too smooth, man. You can't worry about it. Yeah, I like to mitigate the risk. Yeah, I'm working on that. So,
why'd you skip over cashews?
Because I don't enable this guy. He's been riding me all. He's been riding me all night.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
No, you are kidding. But I did forget. I did. He's right. He sent.
I'm
me.
gonna text Anna.
He sent me. Are you guys friends now?
Yeah, me and Anna, we've been talking. Steve's
name is
underpaying
Anna.
her.
Yeah, she totally. I mean, she was nice, cordial, professional.
Right. Let me talk to her right now.
It was a little weird though, John. She asked me out, so I thought that might be a little bit maybe not professional.
What was weird is I got in touch with Anna, and then Walter Strong got in touch with me.
Oh well.
So I don't know how that works.
Congratulations.
I don't know if they're working together.
Maybe he's a virtual assistant. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he's an AI. You never know. Rodrigo says, trust me, J.A., you're going to be so huge at one point, you'll have to be super selective with your chat. You'll not even learn from the trolls. Now they look bigger. I know. It's true. I mean, I don't know about being huge.
It's true? You're going to be huge?
Of course, you picked that out. I meant true on now they look bigger than they are. I don't know if I'll be huge. I appreciate the support. I would like
That was a very nice comment.
It's a very nice compliment. And you ruined it.
I'm sorry.
From now on, when I read compliments, we're doing this.
Her name is Anna.
I know it's Anna. I remembered. She asked me out. Thank you, Rodrigo. That's very nice of you. I do appreciate that.
So
John
you know
likes
what's funny, Steve and Jeff, like people that are our age, right? Everybody hits that, that DJ air horn, right?
Let's get ready to rumble.
Dude, that was like Funkmaster Flex that used that back in like, I don't even know how long. Like Steve might know. And everybody that's younger is using it. And like the people that are streaming are using it. I'm like, dude, that's so old. You have no idea.
And bell bottoms come back and play too, man. There's nothing you can do about it. I remember Izod's come back, bell bottoms come back.
Yep.
God forgive us if green refrigerators and orange shag carpet come back.
And if you don't know who Funkmaster Flex is, man, go listen to his stuff. You'll love it.
That's unique.
If
Roxanne
you like
says, good
hobbies.
night, gentlemen. Thank you for the
Good
live.
night.
By the way, have a lovely night. It's probably very late by you.
Yes.
Morning time. And we're going to sign off in a bit anyway, in a minute. And it's thank you for hanging out. And we'll see you next time. Need to tag another wrench. I have to go read The Mouse on the Motorcycle to my son who cannot sleep.
Dude, the mouse on the motorcycle. Yeah,
You know that one?
Yep.
Did you read the Llama's My Mommy or whatever, right?
Yep, that too. That's a really popular book too.
Yeah.
So Jeff, right in like if you pull up YouTube right now, if you go to anyone's chat message, the 3 dots open up on the right side.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, you can just add a mod right there.
Yeah, I'm
Boom,
going to.
boom, boom.
I don't know.
You can do that even after.
I'm gonna. If you guys, I can
stream.
do it after as well.
Yeah.
And if anybody doesn't want to be a mod after this, just let me know. And
Just let me know.
just let me know if this is something that's embarrassing. I'm going to do like Tommy and just make everybody a mod.
Everybody's a mod.
Oh, Patrick, thanks you for coming in, man. Good night. Patrick's had some new videos. He's had one on Notion that I got to dip into. How he's doing? Yeah, the
Bye,
air horn.
Patrick.
Thank you, Patrick.
Yeah. Early
Yeah,
90s.
yeah.
I would say that's got to be
absolutely.
it.
Yeah, that's about right.
It's actually used in the late 80s. Okay. I mean, I remember because I'm a couple of years older than Steve. And so I just can tell you that I remember it for like a long time. That's all I could tell you.
It's been
But I
around-
remember
it's
Funk
been
Master
around-
Flex using it all the time.
It's been around a long, long time. Yeah, green refrigerators were a thing. I remember when I was really
Oh,
tiny.
dude, you're right.
Remember? Green refrigerators, and they
Oh,
had
yeah.
orange shag carpeting.
Olive
and
green.
the recessed living room, and they had those olive green and then panel
Yep.
kitchens. And I'm like, even when I, as a toddler, I looked around and went, you people are whack. This is just
Right.
awful stuff. Are you guys all on LSD? Who the hell comes up? I'm 4 years old and I know this puke green fridge
Yeah.
is a mistake, okay? And no one should have a recessed living room with orange shag carpet that you vacuum and 2 seconds later gravity brings the shag down. What's going on?
It was so thick you'd like find someone's barrette a year later that dropped off into
Barrette.
Yeah.
A barrette. Darlene says, I'm on my other name. I'm not a mod on time. Okay. I'll make any of you guys mods. I just never know. Without asking you first, that's always a little awkward. I did make Cashew because I wanted to anyway, but I know certain people and backstories are busy, and I always feel like, I don't want to it's not that I don't want to ask all you people. I just also don't want to put that on you if you don't want to deal with it without me asking first.
It's a lot of
If
stress.
anybody, it's not a lot of stress, but John, it's not a lot of stress.
I feel like you're getting annoyed with me tonight.
Here
I
we
don't
go.
know.
No, of course I'm not going to annoy with you. I love it. You know I love that. It's not a lot of stress. No, I'm just having fun with you tonight. We got
lot
on
of
having
stress.
fun. John's my guy, man. I laugh with you more than anybody in my life, man. You make me laugh. I love hanging out with you, and it's real. And so
And we never met in person.
we've never met in person, but
That's weird though, right?
We have laughed. It is
When we
very
say
weird.
that?
It's very weird.
Yeah.
And we've never met, but we laugh like this off stream. That's the thing. Like
Yeah.
try to,
We
like,
must
a
have
great
like
time.
250 hours in
It's ridiculous.
of time talking to each other, but we never
Yeah,
actually
but never
met.
met. And when we
Not
meet,
weird.
it'll be fun, and we're gonna have a great time. And we both love
Yes.
coffee, and we love tech, and we love the community, and we really are working hard to come up with future community stuff with you guys, for
Right.
you guys. And yes,
Steve, I'll send
Yes.
you my PayPal. And
yes. No, this is not his stream. You got to pay him on Thursdays. On Tuesdays, you got to pay this guy, maybe. Just pay me in love, Steve. Pay me in love, Steve.
Yeah, I do. I do want to have a couple people join us a little bit more often. I started vMix. It's only been it seems like a million years ago, but it's probably only 5 weeks ago, right? That I started using it.
Yeah, it feels like a long time, but it's
Feels
not.
like a long, but it's not.
It's not.
right?
And so Monday, I'm hoping to do mine. No, well, I'm sorry.
Right.
What is Steve using right now?
Well, Steve uses Ecamm.
Ecamm.
but-
That's what I
but
thought. Yeah. Okay.
A lot of mostly everybody uses Ecamm, but I want to bring some extra people in, and I'm a little not. I haven't done that yet, is what I'm saying. So I
Kim
want to do
says,
that,
go ahead, finish your thought. Sorry.
and I want to be able to do that, is all I'm saying. So I'm going to do it soon.
Kim, you want to be a mod? I'll make you a mod too. Anybody wants to be a mod? Just drop a thumbs up. I'll make you a mod.
Swat away people who
I
raid
like
chat.
Watch you guys do this with all these guys, and then I promise next week I'll make sure I have my go-to list. Being a mod's fun. Just wait till you get in overdrive, swatting people who raid the chat.
Right.
But that's who you guys are. Yeah. Pow, 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 pow. I don't know if I'll ever have that many people, but
So if you watched the stream the other week, just remember, you go into your community settings and you have blocked words you can drop in there.
Yeah.
And and you could just drop everything in there, and that will lessen the thought of anything even getting through. So
we need an in live meeting next summer. Seriously, yeah, I think summer next summer we're being a
in
good
person.
I think would be
yeah,
good. We'll be a
I
good
would make
spot.
it happen sooner if the situation was what it is. But yeah.
I know, but if I need to build that computer before next summer, you're getting a roommate.
Okay.
I'm I'm just going to put it up there. John is logging talking time for reasons.
What does that mean?
You know what it means. Milestones.
Oh, to get my.
Look, why are we sidestepping? We all want to get monetized at some point. You're getting close.
I need.
and you know what I mean?
My.
You know.
I'm not worried about my hours. Yeah. I
Oh,
need
you're
subscribers.
you're not worried about it, and you need subscribers, and we're all going to get to that point. Monetization is a real tough
Yeah.
milestone.
It's gonna happen
It's
because
gonna
I'm there.
happen.
I'm there.
Yeah.
I just need subscribers.
You're there.
So if I get to the 1,000, it will be literally next week. So
Do you think if so your mom secretly wants to adopt me? I think.
I don't think my
And-
mom subscribed to me yet.
Well, why would she? You're just too much. Now, if I was your stepbrother, do you think we would have bunk beds? And if we did have bunk beds, would you be on the top or the bottom bunk bed? Now, let
I'll
me
be on
ask
the
people.
bottom because if I fall through, I'll kill you. You don't want that.
Oh my god! So wait, let me ask you guys: if you had to sleep in a bunk bed with your friend, would you be the top bunk or the bottom bunk? I am curious. There's a psychosis to it. In your case, I appreciate that because you're probably right. That would not be probably in my best interest. But you know,
No,
if
no.
the bed was tough, would you? If that wasn't a concern, would you rather do the top or the bottom?
I want the bottom, but because when I was young and we had limited space when we were younger, that my sister and I shared our room till we got to a certain age. So, but when we were both very young, she was on the top bunk and I was in the bottom bunk. And then eventually I can't remember exactly what the age was. Then my
Yeah.
mom was, we had different separate rooms, but my sister always had the top bunk. And I remember it just kind of fun though, because me and my sister were always really close when we were growing up. So we always had a good time.
I always liked the bottom one too. It felt like you were cozy, and it was just I like the
Wasn't
cave
too
feel.
hot.
And you could put up like things and make it feel like you're in a tent and kind of this is
Yes.
fun. I mean,
Right.
it was just more. My brother liked the top bunk, so it worked out. He was older, so it kind of worked out. But
Right.
so yeah, not the Milwaukee Jam Fest. Well, yeah, whatever. You mean the largest music festival in the world? Yeah, that one. Yeah, Summerfest he's talking about, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're not invited to that. Nope. You can
I
hang
don't have
back.
to be invited.
with
I
your-
could just go.
Not you, Steve. I wasn't on
Steve's
you.
not going there.
Steve,
He's not going to
Steve-
drive up. To
He's not invited
Milwaukee.
anyway. He can't. He can stay with those little festivals on the east coast.
Lucky if he can get Steve to break over the New Jersey border.
So Steve's a top bunker, and
That's what I heard. That's the word is on the street.
top bunker. Is that like a thing now? It's like you're a top bunker. Like
Better than a bottom bunker.
I don't know. So Blanco's wife, Laquita and Corey. Speaking of block words, can you guys show how to block links so the bots can't add those racy links as soon as you drop a video someone is on? I think is what they mean, or someone soon. I'm assuming Nightbot they're talking about, and
Speaking of block words, can you guys show how to block links so the bots can't add those? So what it is you're the one that controls if links can come in your stream.
right.
And so that's a click off in YouTube to not have links come into your stream. Or it might be one of the settings that are in your community settings. I can't remember exactly where that is. I could take a look. And then what I do is only my mods or me can then drop a link. So that way it would only be people that you trust can drop a link, because you don't want just anybody dropping a link. That's for sure.
No, so you want to limit that nonsense right out of the gate.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want people doing any kind of links coming in there. I know that Steve had made a comment about Kombucha's stream being so great, and it is great. And thank you also for the kind words, Kim. You're such a great supporter of many people, by the way. Top bunk for Steve Worthy. Interesting. I'd just like to know when, because why? Mine's because I like to be in the cave, but some people don't like that. I suppose in a way it's kind of peaceful. John knows the exact time spent talking to Jeff. That was particularly precise log time. Yeah, he knows. He adds it up because he just every time he sees the numbers. He's like, this.
I mean, how does I know exactly? Yeah. I just know because we kind of logged in a certain amount of hours for streaming, and then I added like a bunch because we literally numerous times have talked for another 2 hours after the stream.
I'm going to be honest with you. I have talked more to you in the last 30 days than my wife.
Yeah, same here. Probably.
I mean, I would like to be kidding. but I'm not. And my wife is okay with it, so it works out pretty good. Todd says the bottom. Yep, cool man right there. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Kim Bucha says the bottom bunk. The boogeyman will have to get my friend. That's what I was thought.
That's it.
Like, they're going to grab my brother out of the bed, because at the time I was young and in bunk beds, The Exorcist came out. So I already have this, and you're not supposed to like see these movies or know, but you're young, you get into these movies. And yeah, so I was already terrified. And then, so yeah, he's going to snatch my brother off the bunk bed. Oh no, she says the top bunk. Well, wait a minute.
Wait a second.
No, I figure I got a wall. Well, he has a wall too.
Oh, because of the boogeyman underneath the bed. So
okay. I just figured for some reason in my world, I had myself protected that, I could put up like sheets and that's going to protect me from them. Like it's a shield. And that the boogeyman was like 8 feet tall and would just want to stand up and pull the person out of the hump bed. So clearly I have an imagination that makes no sense. Yeah, we're going to do the John Jeff Summit 2022. It's going to happen.
okay.
The Alpha Punker. That's pretty funny.
All right, I found where that is now.
Okay, do you want to get a screenshot? I can put you up on full.
Yeah, in a sec here.
Okay. It's nice to have a visual.
So, okay. All right, so right now in oh God, I'm so tired. I'm like burning out right now.
I know. We're going to be off in a minute.
What is this called when I'm in my
your YouTube studio?
Yeah, my YouTube studio. Okay. Go all the way down to the bottom. This is
Maybe you shouldn't be the person to show this.
Hit settings and then go to community, right? This is where you can add your moderators if you don't add them in a stream, okay?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then you can have approved users. And that means that every time they drop a comment in or anything, it doesn't have to be checked or held where you have your held. If you guys don't know this, right, you got to go. I'll show you that after. But YouTube will hold a lot of your comments if there are keywords that you have being blocked and they might pick up on some certain things. They'll hold the comments. You need to go check if you have any held comments also. And then you have like hidden users that you may have that you want to hide from the channel. This is all the bad words, which I don't want to keep them up there. But see this? Blocked links?
Mod,
you check
get on
that
him.
off.
Boot him.
And that blocks the links, okay? All those words there were the added words that you want to block in your stream.
The
Okay,
ones
so
that I did not put in that John sent me at Saturday morning.
that I sent. Now, this is things that come in that might be held for review. You got to check this in your stream and see if you have anything held, and then you can let it be approved, and then you can respond to that too if you want. But this is where I am, guys. Look at this.
Look at how close you are. Oh, this is great.
This is actually more towards 3,950 hours, or about 40, I would say right now, to be exact. I know exactly. And this is where I am with that. So I'm darn close to making it happen.
And they did a follow-up saying, I meant links in the comments after you drop a video.
Oh, so they didn't want to see that.
Well, but...
No, nobody wanted to see that.
That's great. They didn't want to see that. Why are we getting this? What's happening?
They didn't want to see that.
Are you doing this or am I doing this? You're doing this.
I'm probably doing
Stop doing this. What are you doing?
it. There we go.
So they mean links in the... What is your control factor there?
Oh, you
Really?
can't have that. I mean, like...
I mean, I don't think you...
That's another thing. Like when you have blocked words or you have questionable things, they can't just drop any kind of comment either. That's why if you looked, I look every day for my comments that are blocked.
Yeah.
Right. Because if you go and put like 1,000 different words in your blocked words, it also won't let it get through to the comments sections either. Okay. And then you can go and approve those things. So I want to make sure that there's not anything blocked, because if there's excessive amount of capitalizations or things like that, which would kind of mostly intend of something that's kind of not good, I'd rather have it blocked and then approve it. And so then I'll approve it and then I'll leave a comment after. So you got to go in there, because a lot of people don't realize that that even exists. And then you have all these comments that you would definitely like added to your streams, so, and your comments to your videos for that matter. So
Hang on one second. I'm doing something. I'm just going to do it right here. I had a question for you actually on that, but as I was trying to do two different things, we're going to seriously. And Steve's ripping on me here
And if anybody wants like just a simple list of blocked words, reach out to me. I'll send you a PDF and email it to you. Just email me on Coffee Talk and Tech, and then I could just email you a blocked words list. So if you want.
I think it's good that you showed that anyway, personally, just because whatever. So he's like, I thought.
No, it's a good thing. Yeah.
I appreciate it. I know Steve. Steve loves to do, and the day I met Steve, we were kind of in this vibe, and I know it was the same for you. He's just got the greatest energy, and I love people who don't take themselves seriously, who give and take on this thing, and I don't take myself seriously. I don't.
No. And we're good with sarcasm, and we like to laugh, and.
Todd said he just blocked words to my settings. So that's why
yes.
I did this. I wanted people to see what happens so they are inspired to go add their words. So Todd, I feel like what I did tonight, my work is done here.
My work is done.
They did say that, thanks, I've had to held comments because I had forgotten about checking. That's the other issue.
Yeah. You do forget. You
do forget. That's the problem. They did say, by the way, you did answer the right question. So.
Oh, good.
I mean, it's a good one. It's a good one to answer. So I'm looking forward to Thursday, seeing what you have. I think we're going to let people run. I appreciate everybody that stopped in. It's been just a fun energy night.
Always great.
We're always
great people.
We love to move around topics. I love that you guys chat with each other. I love that you guys are always willing to let us go into the weeds a little bit as we also dip into, obviously, tech. We kind of like variety, and so you guys always seem to bring that. And I don't know. I just, does anybody know? What about wild cards?
Does anyone know if YouTube allows wild cards in their blocked words? I don't. What does that mean exactly?
Well, a wild card where you can basically, it's essentially asterisking a certain word. So, for example, a bad word that also has an ing, an ed at the end. So, if you have a core words like, I don't know, like
I have everything in there. I got like a 1,200 or 1,000 word list.
Yeah, but they're talking about wild carding. So, if I was to take an asterisk like in websites, you can do that. So you just put that in front of that word, and it will just automatically know any variation of that word. It's going to take it out. You don't have to add it.
Oh, no. Okay. I didn't know what that means. So yeah, I had to like whatever the list was. And what I noticed was if someone says ass, whatever, and you have an A, it can be like it will have like two extras blocked out. That's like has to be added separate. So there's like all these variations of a swear word.
But I mean, the wild card would be great if you could just take a core word and then anything that goes into a wild card, that would be great. I don't know. I may look into it, but probably doesn't have it.
Which they is had interesting. All those words separate. I wouldn't think they do, but
okay. You're so close. It is well deserved, and for you especially. Thank you. And thank you. You're such a kind person. And thank you. Oh, that's lovely. Okay. So now, okay.
You're an inspiration?
Yeah, I can be an inspiration sometimes.
Wow.
Thank you. No, I mean it's lovely. I appreciate
you're the main reason why I try to enjoy myself as much as I do with what we're doing.
It's funny. I appreciate that. We did talk about it early on, and I remember you saying because I would always say you got to enjoy the journey. We need to enjoy this journey because it's too hard. This is too hard if we're not going to enjoy each step along the way. Because if we don't make each step the joy of that step along the way, it's never going to be a success for us. Because there's so many downsides to what we do. It's too hard. And you were always like, yeah, I should do that more. And I've seen you do that. And if I'm at all a part of that, I'm very appreciative because from
the get-go, from the get-go when I met you, you always made the point of that your main focus is in enjoying and taking that journey in, right?
Yeah.
And you always said this, no matter how hard it gets, I always enjoy it. I always look back and say, wow, how much we learned that, and enjoy it probably more than I do. And so I just felt like that more and more I need to do that, because if you don't do that, you will be burnt out. You will be burnt out fast. And also if you're not being able to be creative after 6 months, you got to get a wake up call and think about how serious are you about your channel.
Here's the
If you're
thing, too.
basically hitting the creative wall,
Right.
and you can't think of content creation about your passion of starting a YouTube channel after 6 months, I think you got to reevaluate everything you're about. Because
Yeah, I think there's a danger.
I don't think you had a plan at all. I think you just had a whim.
And sometimes you don't. I mean, that's, I guess, okay. But you do need to get a plan. I would say this. It was so easy because, I've been around so many musicians who at the end of their careers were miserable people. And they were miserable because it is such a hard, it's like YouTube. It's such a hard climb, and it's not for everybody because there's only so many mountains for you. And I always said to people, the way that the happiest musicians, that they were older, they said that to be happy, because you don't know where this is going to end. If it's about money and fame or something weird, if that's all it's about, it's going to be a disappointment to you.
Right.
What if you enjoy the journey, if you enjoy the people around you, and you enjoy the moments, having fun working through vMix or having fun laughing about something or whatever, right? If you enjoy that or enjoy chat, and you enjoy that every day, at the end of this, you always will have that. That is the success. They can't take that away from you.
Yeah. I mean, you and I have had these discussions, and it's no secret about sometimes when you start a live stream where you are, right? And then when you think about the live stream and you say where you want to be, I am like so happy where we are at this point, and the people that we've attracted and come around, have surrounded us, have supported us. I mean, I feel like there's these hands, like this saying, we're here for you, man. We're here for you,
No,
and
we've been blessed with a lot of amazing support. I mean, look at chat.
Yeah.
Like
it's
the
just
words,
wonderful.
the vibes, the energy, the support, and it's
great
believe me,
conversations, great
Believe-
questions,
yes, right.
Great, like things that I would just like. I always was like, oh, I can't wait till we get to this point where people will ask more questions and people will do this and that. And we have a great amount of knowledge right here. So then when the next influx of people that want to learn are coming in and they can see these answers and these questions, you just learn so much, and it becomes this, great conversation all the time. And
Thank you,
I
Todd.
love where we are.
I do too. I love it too. And we
Thanks,
all
Todd.
feel that way, Todd. That's wonderful. Just beautiful words. And I'm thank you for saying that. If I inspire you that way, because you know how I feel about you and how, look, I hold no bones about John's effect on not just other people, but even on me. And I mean that genuinely. So I've got a couple more I wanted to just throw out here because they were really nice. And Kombucha says, good to know. Thank you both. I love coming to your streams. You all and everyone in the chat always make my same here. And you made our night. Yes, please put together that video and words brought to you by Blockchain. Yes, do that. Marlene, thank you. As always, you are just
Bye, Mom.
a rock of support, and we
Always.
love that.
She's always supporting. She always watches every stream.
Always. And
fantastic.
there's so many people in here, like Rodrigo and Brian, of course,
Yes.
was here earlier, and Sammy. We can go on and on and on. We want to be inspiring. We're going to leave on that note. I want to say again, thank you, everybody. John, I will see you on Thursday. I look forward to whatever, we're going to get ourselves into.
Yeah, we're just
And,
going to have a little chat with audio interfaces, my basic journey in that, and then why I started with what I started with and where I got where I got. And that's it. Then we're going to go and just have, go off, and hopefully some people have some questions. And
I
we'll
might
go
be
from
bringing
there.
some questions as I keep resetting my computer up, so you never know. But
All right.
all right, everybody. We love you.
Time bag.
Take care. Dimebag's walking in. Take care, Darren. We're going to
He's been here the whole time,
I know he
probably.
has. He dropped a comment earlier. I'm just messing with
Good night, man. Good night, Todd. Thank you, man. Nice
All right.
talking to you today, Todd.
you. Absolutely. John,
Hello.
I will see you on the...
He's looking forward to that Rodecaster Pro.
yeah, you're selling it. So that's cool.
I don't know yet, but I'm going to make a decision soon.
I know that thing is going to get sold
All
at
right,
some
we'll
point.
see.
I really
We'll
do.
see.
So anyway.
All right.
All right, brother.
Bye, guys.
Go get some sleep, guy. What do you got to do next week? Thank you so much for stopping.
My thoughts have never been clearer. I see what you're doing to me.